active investor, which is, I think, 90% of our dispositions is centered around.
That's huge. Yeah, no, yeah, let's talk more, because I think that's a great solution for it.
Right? Because now you can just bring in, PMPs and just pay them like a 8, 9, 10% interest on their money, and they're just concerned about getting mailbox money. That's better than what they can get in this, in their bank.
Right.
And so the way I structure my PMPs is I will put their debt into a trust. So now it's protected in trust. So their investment's secured. But anyways, I got to run to my next call. We'll talk more.
No, great stuff. You got my brain spinning right now. That's awesome.
I'm doing trust classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, great.
5 p.m. Pacific. So just more focused on my forte, which is trust acquisition. So I put up the link. If you got anyone interested, send them my way. We'll talk soon. Have a great day.
I'll copy this link, and I'll keep on putting it throughout the. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I'll probably join too. That's great.
All right. Talk soon.
Okay, buddy. See ya. Hey, Marilyn, make sure we let's help him push that trust acquisition class. So copy and paste that, and let's help him out. Because the trust, if you guys, that's a great place to go and check out everything, all the questions you have with the trust. Stephen is remarkable. He's got a great handle on all this, and that's the deal. Is there's so many different types of deals out there. Let's find the professionals that are going to help you out. Okay. I'm going to pull somebody up on stage, whether he wants to be here or not. Jason, what's going on? Get your butt up here. There we go. What's happening? I haven't talked to you in 100 years.
How are you, my friend?
Good. What's the latest?
Oh, nothing. I've been working a lot with Steven lately. I've got
Good.
seven deals to him right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been really interesting, the commercial side of it.
Perfect.
It's been really interesting.
A lot of those deals you were finding were all commercial, so that's great.
Yeah. So I just got another one I sent him this morning. It's a complete fix and flip, 153 rooms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's right up his alley, and it's seller finance. I got him a couple storage units. I got him a 7 duplex portfolio going on. So,
wow. Okay. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's been it's a lot easier for me to talk to the commercial guys. They're willing to do the seller finance.
Well, it's because you're smart too. That's the bottom line. That you can walk the walk with them. That's so great.
Yeah. Plus owning commercial buildings, I know exactly what to talk to them about. So
nice.
I'm hyper focused on that right now. But it's really, Steven's like, damn, dude, I got him 3 in one day, 2 phone calls.
That's great.
And he's like, where are you finding these, my friends? And I go,
yeah, no, that's awesome. He's loving that.
Oh yeah, totally. So how you been?
Good. Everything's great. I saw your name and I'm like, oh, where's he been? I haven't seen him forever.
Hey, so congrats on your son getting engaged, by the way. I haven't seen you since then.
Yeah. We're pretty awesome. Psyched. I get a daughter out of the deal. She's pretty cute.
Yeah. That's always a plus.
Absolutely. She's so awesome. Well, thanks.
Right on. Okay. Yep. I just wanted to say I haven't talked to you in a while.
Well, keep killing it. I'm psyched you found your spot.
It is kind of my niche, but I got to tell you, it's right up my alley. So,
all right, that's amazing.
I'll be listening in.
Okay, cool. Good to see you. Okay, guys, let's get this started. Just ground rules as always. If you come up, the quicker you'll get heard quicker if you turn on your camera and I can see your face. Also, no cussing. That goes for Shane. In the Discord. And we got Hussein is here to say hi to us. And let's get some deals going. Also, any any deal you think you want to have vetted and checked, Shane's sitting there hanging tight. He's ready for your addresses. So just DM the address before you get up. He'll have a quick report that he's going to share in the chat. He'll share pieces of it in the chat so everybody can see it. He's developed a software that is kind of remarkable, and it's something that we want to use in conjunction with the calculator, but it's a quicker way to just get some answers so you know if you want to make a phone call to these realtors, because I know it is kind of hard to figure out who to call. And this is something, as we go along, this will be something that you can do yourself once we get, well, we do have a developer that's helping us if he ever calls back, right, Shane?
Yeah.
Has he called back or no?
He has, but we're just finishing up another project I was working on with him. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just coming to a close, and then we're gonna go on this. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So that'll be set up for you guys to be able to go and just, I want to keep it as simple as possible, where you just plug in an address and then it spits out to you. You know, the base.
Here,
What's that?
I'll show you exactly what it spits out.
Okay, here we go. So Shane's going to show you what, but the whole idea is that you use this as kind of a crutch for when, there you go. Look at that. So here's just a generic address. And so this will give you just a quick read.
Whether or not you should call or not.
Yep. So repairs and red flag, new construction, no repairs. That's so nice to know just right off the bat. Okay. And so
more information, we can give you more information on top of that, but this is
yeah,
if you're
and so
contact.
The whole idea is that we want to give you things so you can just take an address, throw it in there, and know whether or not to call the realtor. So with 4 check marks, you're like, okay, I'm going to call this realtor and see what's what. And then once you talk to the realtor, I want you to get, again, the most important thing is finding out why they're selling, so we can develop our strategy. Then you come back to the cheat code. You put in what strategy you think, because you're going to answer some questions that say like, oh, they're moving, they need to do this, they've got a mortgage, they don't have a mortgage. And then it's going to spit out to you like, hey, so let's offer a cash offer that's this, and then let's offer a pivot to seller financing, and with these numbers. And so each stage you'll get more information, so you're not just flooded with a page of just 10,000 things to say, because let's be honest, none of us want to read. We want it kind of handed to us. But again, this is only, I don't want anybody to get reliant on this. I want it to be something that you use in conjunction with running your numbers and understanding the whole process. But it is going to be a super easy way to get some quick answers, so you can just start making phone calls. Because I really firmly believe that we really need more people making phone calls and being on the phone, because I think we get hyper focused on the numbers, and you can find great numbers all day long, but if you're not talking to realtors, you're not getting deals, because that's where the deals are. Make sense? So there you have it. Okay, thanks for that, Shane. Okay, so let's go to C-Flow now. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, Trent. Thanks, man.
Good.
I think I'm going to change my name to Massive Messy Action, because it works. Yesterday, I got a hold of, did your compatriot there get my address? And I sent the calculator over to him, too.
Oh, perfect. Let's see.
It's in Dothan, Alabama.
Okay. In Duluth?
Oh, Dothan.
Oh, Dothan. I haven't
Yeah.
heard.
Okay. It's a smaller town.
Okay. And what?
But anyway, it's a 4-3. It's supposed to be paid off. It's an older couple, and if you can pull it up, it's a lot of junk in there. It's not damaged. It's physically it's in great condition. It probably need a complete paint job, maybe a very light rehab.
Okay. And when you say an older couple, is that older than you?
I doubt that. I'll be 79 when
79.
I'll be 79. What's that 12-year-old's name?
Oh, Anson.
Yeah, we have the same birthday, so he's going to turn 13. I'm gonna turn 79. I can't believe it either.
You're still young. The 79 is nothing. You're killing it.
But I still do push-ups. I mean, I'm not dead yet. But let's see. So my quandary is the did cheat code find the thing I sent in?
I don't have anything from you, bud. I'm looking.
Okay. Just resend the address real quick over to him. All he needs is an address.
Okay.
He's a magician.
Let's see. Can I just say it just to get cut to the chase?
If you don't mind losing it, because there's evil stealing people in here.
Okay.
Just click on my picture, and then you can put the message in
there. If you
there.
right click on Shane's face, a thing comes up. It's a sub thing. 3 down is message.
Okay.
A message
and then you put this thing right in there we go. Okay, upload. Okay,
boom.
Yeah.
You killed it.
Boom. And I'm going to put the calculator thing in there that I came up with also.
Okay, cool. And send it to me too, if you would, just so I can take a look.
Okay. How do I get back to you? Okay. Boom.
Click on my face.
Yeah. Wow. This is complicated. Yeah. It's kind of enjoyable.
No, if you were 13, you'd be all over this.
Yeah, that's true. Need to go backwards in time. All right.
Hey, Digital, can you turn your mic off?
This is the world's first recorded sighting of a live adult deep sea anglerfish known as.
Okay. I done it.
All right, perfect. Hang on, let me just mute Digital here.
These species are found in the midnight zone.
Okay.
So I thought that because it's in great physically it's in great condition, except what I just said. But I don't think I told her I think I'd embarrass you with the cash offer. So I thought I went over briefly how we may be able to meet or possibly exceed your asking price if we get the terms. And I had, if you guys can see the thing I have on the creative oven there, it was offering $285, but now here's my quandary with this. Because it's going to need a paint job throughout, and I painted for 50 years, so it's going to take between probably $5,000 and $7,000 to paint that entire place, plus maybe a little bit of light, this and that. How do I work that into the offer price?
Okay, and did you send over I don't think you sent it over to either one of us.
I did what you said. Third one down, it says message.
Yeah, and then did you press send once you clicked it in there? So go to the message again. Do the exact same thing, but you might not have pressed enter to send it to us.
Oh, okay. Boom.
There we go.
I did it that time.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Simple Simon. All right. Here we go.
There we go. We got it now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Yeah. So, I mean, what you want to do is the beauty is when things are messy like that, I like to make it a bigger deal than it is.
Okay.
We can just go in and clean it up, but we're like, that's going to cost me another 10 grand to just clean it up. And now we're talking another 10 grand to get it painted. So we want to overestimate on everything. It's never, because that's where your assignment fee lives, is in all those.
Because the ARV, and I went to Redfin and Zillow, it's probably around 260, 265.
Okay, let's see.
And Yeah, so the other numbers, since it's a Ford too, I think you can get probably two parties in there, two people in there, and come up with maybe about $3,000 in rent. That was where you see the rent entered in there. But you'd have to get over this hurdle with the condition first.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm looking at the photos. It's a huge property, right?
Yeah, it's a good sized property. It's got a lot going on for it, and yeah.
And I don't see any. Did they send you other pictures that show it the hoarded? Like there's
No, you know what she told me was that they don't want people in their house bopping around in there, and they just want to move on and sell it. They want to get out of there.
Okay, so the beauty here is that this is a problem for them. Okay, and so let me just check. Did you check PropStream? What did PropStream tell you?
Well, I believe I did, and I think it said, because I have PropStream, and I think it said it didn't have a mortgage on it, but you can check it out.
It's great because that's a situation for seller financing, and we can tell we can offer to take over to have them like give us a set of payments. Hold on, I'm just checking it out here. Okay, so look and see what Shane sent you. It's in the chat.
He hasn't sent me anything, so I
did you get it from me?
Okay. Yeah, I have to. I did it too. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put it up in the chat without the address so people can.
Did you see? I sent it to you, Shane.
Okay.
Did I do it too, or no?
You sent it to me. Yeah. I got it from you. I didn't get it from him though, so I don't have him on a thread.
Oh, gotcha. Just in the chat is fine. Just so without the address.
Definitely worth pursuing.
Good. There's good news. Here, I'll try to send you his numbers too. Stand by.
I sent them to both you guys.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You good? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says they do have one open mortgage on here. Let's see what it is. So they owe 189. Yeah, so we got to find out what their mortgage is.
They owe 189 because I have Wholesale Atlas, and it said there wasn't a mortgage on it.
Okay, cool. Let's switch.
Wholesale Atlas is really good, but sometimes it's a little bit outdated with the mortgage stuff.
Okay. So that was one of my questions. That regardless of what thing anybody says, at some point you should be asking them outright, is there a mortgage on this or not?
Absolutely,
I mean, just ask them that. And the other thing is, this is my first time getting this far, is at what point do you ask for a disclosure statement, if at all?
Okay, so you want to ask them for the mortgage in a very gentle way.
Yeah.
You know, it could be because PropStream saying it's a 2021 mortgage, so that means it's probably a really good interest rate.
Okay.
So that's good news too. And it's at 189,000.
So that this is beginning to sound like a hybrid then.
Correct. Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. So
it could be something that we give them a substantial down payment to kind of bridge the gap and then take over their mortgage. So that's where a hybrid would be for sure.
Yeah, that was one of my major questions about hybrids to focus in. I mean, obviously, the part one is taking over the mortgage, but part two on the seller. So we would normally give a larger down payment to make it juicier for them.
We don't always. We again, I don't like to go in making that larger down payment first. I like to find out what they want.
Okay.
So we can ask them questions like, "Hey, I mean, is this something that they're looking for a monthly payment that's substantial, or are they looking to get some money now?" Okay. And so that way, oh, they're trying to start a business. And so they need 60 grand right now.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, okay, cool. Let me see, I can run some numbers there and see how I can make that work. Or they could say, oh, well, their son's in rehab and they really need $1,000 a month to pay for the rehab. And so you're like, okay, cool. That gives me an idea of where they need to be.
Yeah.
And so that's why you want to ask as many questions as possible and just and be gentle with them, because anybody that's kind of a hoarder, they know they've got a mess. They're embarrassed by it, number one. And so that's why they don't want anybody in their house. And so we want to be
would I bring up, since that's a fact, that they may not be able to get out in 30 days. So would that be a sale lease back?
Yeah, it could be, for sure.
And what would be the max, like 3 months, 2 months, something like that?
They can stay in there for 10 years for all I care if they're paying the rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where you want to make it as easy as possible for the buyer to get into this. And so if you start having a lot of convoluted reasons that, there's a lease back, there's a this, there's a that. Investors are like, I don't care. I just want to throw some money at something and keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
A lease back is like they're going to rent it from the buyer. And so I'm just telling Jordan in the chat. So that's what a lease back is. So they'll stay in the property, but then they'll pay basically the mortgage and a little bit more, just as if they were renting it.
Yeah.
Okay, Shane, what's your verdict?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, but I do know where to pick up on this one. So I agree fully. I feel like with any type of sensitive topic like that, something that people don't really like to talk about, like you said, it's best to handle it tactfully. And I think, maybe not getting too in depth where you're having outlining it like that, give them the 30 days or whatever that they need and get the other buyer in there, or make it so the other buyer can get in there. Cause it's,
What do you think numbers like?
I want to be able to get into it and, start cleaning it up and making it to the after repair value where it's going to, be profitable and making money. So whatever way to facilitate that, probably the quickest and least painless for the buyer or for the seller and most advantageous for the buyer would be the way I would do it. I know it kind of depends on.
Yeah.
Sure. But what do you think in numbers wise?
Numbers wise, I think it's decent. It's actually really decent. I haven't run the full numbers. I just ran whether it's a deal or a dud. Yeah. And with that being said, I mean, it clicks all the boxes. We got cash flow coming in with ARV prices slightly below market average. No major repairs, red flags, other than the fact that they're possibly hoarders. The comps, it's a median home price of 220. So the median home price is lower, but the square foot aligns with the market. So because it's the size of the house, it works for it.
Okay. And did it work for the mortgage? Did you find the mortgage that I found on prop?
No, I did not run mortgages on it.
But with to make sure I'm right. But I mean, it's so they owe 190. And keep in mind that means they owe. I mean, we're gonna add another 20 or 30 for repairs and everything, right?
Yeah.
So now we're at 210.
You take the ARV, which is 265.
There's not a ton of meat on that bone for giving them a down payment. That's the problem.
Yeah, it would have to be like take it over for as is, in my opinion. You wouldn't have to.
What's that?
You'd want to take it over basically just to do them the favor. You know what I mean? By the time they sell it, they're going to end up out of pocket or near out of pocket for it. And nobody's going to be paying their listing price if it's in the condition that you state.
Yeah.
So you basically, without sounding arrogant, you're doing them a favor. You're helping them out of the thing without hassle of trying to find a buyer and going through all that whole process. So I would offer them, just to get out of the house, get out of their deal scot-free without having to put any money into it, and just take it over as is.
And
So-
the reason you're going to do that, and the way you kind of present it to them, is you say, hey, we understand that there's going to be a little bit of time that it's going to take them to get their stuff out. The best we can do is just take over the loan, but we're happy to give them a couple months for free
Mhm.
to get their stuff out. So in a sense, the couple months free is a down payment. And so that's
Okay.
how I would go with something like this, because it's going to take another month after that to get everything going. So you got to say, I can't get anybody in there for at least 3 months.
Okay.
And so-
So would you give them anything then,
No.
cash wise? No.
Well, you are
No,
giving them
okay.
that you're making they're rent free, or they're not paying a mortgage for the next month or so. Well, or 2 months, 3 months, however long you're allowing them to stay
Oh,
there.
okay. Okay,
that's-
so you got a balanced situation there
Yeah,
for them.
exactly.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because okay, so this is going to take a little bit of tact, a little bit of kind of slow down on my part, but anyway, since
Deal.
I know
Makes
that
a
they
lot.
have a mortgage, would I now tactfully ask them to see their mortgage statement?
Confirm it. Just confirm it and say, hey,
Yeah.
I see public, and always blame public record. Hey, I was looking at public record. Looks like they have a mortgage on this. Is that still in place?
Uh-huh.
And they'll say, all right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let us know how
Thank
it
you guys
goes.
for your thanks for your
Absolutely.
patience. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
No problem at all. All righty, bro. Take it easy. All right. Hussein. You're going to ask me about what you sent me, I'm sure.
Is that what you sent me?
I'm going to, in a minute, let's see. Yeah, did I send it from Hussein to you?
I'm not sure. I'm going to check on that right now. I know you sent me something. You sent me lots of things, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's why I always feel bad, because I'm like, oh, yeah.
No, that's just cooling it. No, you didn't send it to me. I don't think.
Here, I'll send it to you right now. I think this is it. Yeah. But I think he might be. He already sent this over to my guys, but let's see where I can send this. Hang on. Okay, so while Hussein he might be on the phone. Hey, Digital, let me bring you up and I'll unmute you. Digital Kinfolk.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Turn on your camera for me.
Let's see.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. There's my beautiful face.
Well, that's up for discussion. How are you?
Good. How you doing this morning?
Great.
Let's see. How you doing, Shane?
Good, bud. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good.
Figured I'd come up and do the one that I was talking to you about with needing proof of funds.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Let me send you the address for this one now.
Hey, the one I just sent you in Indianapolis, Shane, is Hussein's when he comes
Okay.
up.
I'll get on that next.
All right.
Now,
You
you know this is a deal or not a deal? This, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure this is a deal, right? So
It's pretty much a deal. They just need proof of funds to submit it to the owner. That's really what the owner's. He likes the terms, but
Good.
let's see
Good,
what
good.
terms they offer.
Send me it too, would you? So I can take a look at it. And
Yeah,
Marilyn's
absolutely.
put in the chat the TKO help form. I can provide proof of funds if you want me to JV with you.
Yeah. I messaged it to you. I have a previous message that was for an older one, but
Got it. Thank you, sir.
one just now.
it's got 3.99% seller finance. It was 3.99% loan on it. Is that right?
Oh, it does?
I believe.
I think I had found that it didn't, but I'm using still
It might
prop
be-
wire and not prop stream.
Yeah, I'm using prop wire too, so that might be not correct, but we can confirm that.
Yeah, I'll check it on PropStream too.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that, Trent. That
Let's
was the right address. No, it wasn't the right address. This is on a different address. Sorry. This is on The one in Missoula. Who's got Missoula? Where did I copy this from?
I don't know. That's
Where's
probably an old one. All right. So what I'm seeing is no mortgage. And they own they have one other property, it looks like. They own 2 total. So they're not a big company or anything. So that's good too.
The only worry was that it was kind of a smaller city. I thought it was actually kind of closer to Tampa, but it's really about an hour out. So it's kind of rural suburban. I mean, Homosassa. I don't even know the.
Homosassa. Yeah, that's a horrible name.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It looks pretty good.
It is a mouthful. All right. So, yeah. Super clean, though, right? Inside,
Yeah.
clean, too. Looks like the HVAC isn't old. Yeah, you're in a good spot. Where are you at with the realtor on this?
Basically, I offered him $370 down, $30,000 down payment, $900 monthly payments, and they say the owner likes the terms. They really just want like proof of funds.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean,
yeah,
it looks
I think
decent
you're
inside.
that red floor.
It needs a little
Wow.
work, but it's not.
I mean, it's not nearly the other one that you showed me needs a lot more work than this. This is livable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this is nice.
This
And that's what I'm
completely-
focusing more on now. I keep finding these ones that are bad and I'll get them under contract and then they won't sell. And so now it's my worry that like if you get one that's too fix and flip, it's more difficult to find the investor.
I think this one would be like
Oh, really?
automatic.
No, this
I
one's
mean,
simple.
The teal tub is a little less than desirable, but it's not.
I like
I'm just being picky there.
the blood red floor is pretty rough. Yeah.
I think the blood floor is pretty cool, man. Come on.
You would.
Bedroom.
And then it's been on for 6 days, or has it been? Oh, it's been on and off for a while. So it looks
Yeah,
like
it's, I think you put it
they've
on and
had-
off. I almost think they don't want it to list how long it's been on. I think when I originally wrote it down, it was a lot longer. Let's see.
Yeah, no, it's 7/24/23 is when they listed it. They removed it in August and then back on in October. So
How much of
they've been trying.
a huge lot, eh? That's got a. I thought it was more than an acre, but it only says half an acre. That it looks massive.
Well, it says it comes with an additional 2/4 of an acre cleared vacant lot next door,
Okay, that's
which
why.
total roughly a half acre. Oh, so they're including that in the half acre.
Oh, I see that. No, yeah, cleared half an acre
Great.
to less than half an acre. Oh, that's
No,
awesome.
I think this is solid. Yeah. Okay, so you're at 370. You went high fast. Was that your first offer or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Most
So
of the offers I pumped out are very like buy box offers, hit them with
Okay.
the higher asking, get them
So-
to agree to the payments on 0 interest.
absolutely. So what's going on with buy boxes? It gives you the max offer. So don't be afraid to start off a little lower next time. But that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
if you got this one going,
That's still
and the monthly's great. And what's the balloon?
6 years is what I offered them, but
Okay. So
sometimes
we always
that's where
wanna
they
go
tend to push
higher
back.
if we can.
Trent.
Yeah.
Have you
7
ever heard of, an inclusement clause, or is that? Did I say that right? I'm not sure if I said that right.
Say it again.
An enclosement clause or an inclusement clause or something like that. There's some sort of
Not
clause
sure.
that a gentleman told me in one of the chats that we were in, that you can put a clause on it that at the end of the 6 years, if you can't get it financed, if the debt service doesn't finance, that you can have this clause on and it just extends it for another year, and it continually does that.
No, not yet.
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
Not yet.
But I mean, we're gone by then, so it's like but I'll look into that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I just thought
Yeah.
that, for these ones that want less, less than 8 years
I mean,
or
it could be
whatever.
an extension clause. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it's a different name than extension. It's a different name.
Yeah, because I get a lot of pushback on. I mean, the balloons are usually one of the bigger issues. I get a lot of pushback. Them trying to do 3. I always tell them the minimum I can do is 5. I always start with six
Yeah,
or
the minimum
7.
is 6. The minimum is
Huh?
definitely 6. The minimum should be
Ah.
6 from now on. And we're trying to get 8
Richard's always like a little more fly in the wind kind of person. He'll come up with the higher. He doesn't. He loves the higher offers. He loves the. He'll even say, "Oh, cash flow doesn't actually matter." Sometimes cash flow doesn't matter, and I'm like, it does.
Well, he is saying that when it's a pristine place that you don't have to put any work into, that is like you can lick off the floors and it's going to
No, he'll
appreciate.
say it about crazy properties too. I'm gonna be honest. Like Richard just kind of like does this thing. He thinks because he closes so many deals, he's just like, well, if it works, doesn't, it doesn't. And he's like, just get it under, see if you can do it. But for most of us who are trying to get these deals and then we get a deal finally in it and then it doesn't sell, can be kind of pain. So I feel like I'm trying to reverse engineer it some to like figure out what actually sells and be able to structure my deals or look for deals that way.
Right, exactly. No, and that's, I mean, it's a huge problem. Selling the deals is rough.
Like calling people, that's easy for me. Talking to them, building rapport, even shutting down the ones who try to fight back to me. I've, turned them around after a few minutes of talking.
Right.
I do that well, and I can find the deals. It's just, I think for me, I just want to see the proof of concept that they actually sell here.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You're right on the right page. Okay. I mean, hey Shane, did you run those numbers with your program?
I sent it to him.
Okay, perfect. Me too, would you? Just so I can look at it.
I can.
Yeah, just each time, because then I can
Your threats are being overran with text, but I don't mind. Here you go. What?
Value. Yes, it's definitely.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's definitely over the median home value, but I mean that's
that incentivizes for sure.
Yeah,
and you're going to be generating an income out of it, so
yeah. And I think I was calculating rent at 2,000. Property taxes are, I think, 250 on that one. Property taxes and insurance.
Yeah.
And then the payments, I think offered was 9. So cash flow ended up being 850 for expenses.
Yeah. And so it doesn't need any.
With your typical loan, it doesn't cash flow. It's actually negative cash flow. But when you do it with the seller finance loan, which just goes to show how beneficial the seller finance is if you can get it.
Yeah.
I'm just running the number right now, but I know that it cash flows. Just give me 1 sec.
Hey guys, if you're up on stage, can you turn off your mute your mics, please, LeVar? Thanks. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's where are you at in the negotiations with them?
I think I just need to send over proof of funds, and then they're going to present all that to the owner. I mean, they had gone over, they told me they had talked with them about the terms that I presented, and they were definitely open. They haven't really confirmed whether that it's 100% on these terms, but
okay.
The fact that they're open to it, they've seen it, and they want me to send over proof of funds is usually all a good sign.
Okay. And did you see in the chat the TKO help form? Oh, it's not in there yet. Hold on. Let me get it to you. You hear?
Although I will be honest, I submitted one a few weeks ago. They texted me, asked some questions, and then I never heard from them again. They never answered back. I called, I texted again.
Well,
Just
that's not
disappeared.
what I want to hear. For sure. What do you
Yeah.
remember who you were talking to? Was it Benji?
No, let's see. I can get the text because it said someone's name.
Yeah, that helped me a ton. And Marilyn, if you can pass this along to Yvonne, that'd be huge. So we can figure out what the problems are.
I've got so many texts from.
Thank you.
If I can find this one. It's like disappeared on my text.
No worries.
So I guess while you guys are doing that, I'll go over the cash on cash and all that. So with the total monthly expenses, net mortgage payment of 900, taxes 225, insurance 150, maintenance of 100, vacancy reserve of 100, and property management of 200, and total expenses are 1675. So your rental income's 2,000 minus 1675. You got a positive $325 a month cash flow, which is about 10% cap rate if you consider you're only putting 13% cap rate if you're putting 30,000 down. So it's viable. It's a decent.
Yeah, it's not the most wonderful deal.
But it's a nice house, and I mean it's in a nice area. It's gonna appreciate, and the equity is gonna grow. So it might not be something
On that
that's
lot too. The lot helps a ton. Like
Yeah,
the fact that
exactly.
that increases the value of it for sure.
Like you might not have huge cash on cash or cash flow because you're not putting very much in. You don't need to, but I mean the fact that it is
Yeah.
going to appreciate, the fact that you could instantly rent it out, it's pretty much turnkey. Well, it's as turnkey as it is.
Yeah.
I think rather than
I
having.
would call that turnkey, and it looks like the water heater's new. It looks like the AC's new. So
Yep.
yeah, you're in a great situation here.
And I took the middle to low end on that 2,000 rent. So I mean, it's potential that it could get higher rent, but obviously you want to shoot for the lower realistic number.
I mean, I
Yep.
put the estimate at 2,000 as well, so that's got to be pretty close to what market is. But I'm sure that you could probably, if you rent to like person, you probably get 21 or 22 for it.
Yeah.
Which would instantly add another $200 a month to your cash flow. So anything.
Hey, Shane, send me those numbers too, would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. Okay, so if you fill out that thing, if you trust us again, I apologize. Marilyn's on it right now. We'll send you proof of funds right away.
All right. And then I had another one, and the lady was going back and forth on me about it. At first, she countered my offer with $1,000 per month. I was offering 800 and a 4-year balloon, and I told her the numbers were too tight. There's no way I could really change the monthly payment, and we don't go lower than a 5-year balloon, so it wouldn't be any lower than that for her. But then she came back asking what my best cash offer would be then, and I think I had offered her originally 65% of the asking price, and then I went up to 70% of what she was asking, and haven't heard back from her on that. But I know there's not really much flexibility on. I mean, it's a really nice house, but as far as like being able to change the numbers, at least that I was showing, I can send you both that.
Well, and keep in mind, I mean, when you offer these low cash prices, they might not want it right now, but in a month and a half, 2 months, they might circle back. And so a lot of these things are time bombs that are sitting out there.
Yeah. This is the one I just messaged you just to double check my numbers.
Okay. Yeah. for
see if
sure.
there's any more flexibility. But I think if you go above 800, I think what was I doing on this property? Let me see. Let me see for you what it was.
And there's no. Did you? Oh, you don't have. You have prop wire, right?
Yeah. There's no. I mean, there was no mortgage. All the properties I look at, if they show any mortgage on, unless it's like a negative equity or they're selling for really close and they have a banger interest rate where I could potentially offer like a takeover or a loan assumption, I don't ever really mess with them. I mostly look for clear free mortgage properties where I can structure some seller financing to them. The issue with this one is I think it has an HOA, and so that's what made the numbers real tight, is between the HOA and the taxes and insurance. Because I mean the rent on it I think is pretty decent. Let's see, I don't actually have the rent up on that one. Let me see.
So listed price is $299.
Yeah, that's the price is $299. Again, I
HOAs are-
guess I went offered high. I offered $335.
So it's right on with the comps. The comps are exactly $299, $298, $286. So I mean, it's not priced great, but I mean, you could probably get a little bit off that. Final verdict says is it a deal or a dud? Final verdict says it's a dud, but
Dud.
the property presents challenges in terms of cash
That's
flow,
bad.
high HOA, property
Yeah.
taxes relative to the potential rental income. It may be
So
suitable for personal use. Yeah.
Here's the deal. Once we know something's a dud, we just want to move on because
Yeah.
there is. I mean, and Richard does it, and it's something that drives me bananas. He can find an angle to make it, and then you get it under
Yeah.
contract. Then it's sitting, and no investor wants it. So again, I don't want. I want deals that are bangers, that are just ridiculous, that are so obvious that you can't get away from them. And so I feel like we spend a lot of our time even just talking about the ones that are not viable. Because if you get it through, you get a contract, it's not going to sell.
And so potentially even as a cash deal, it wouldn't really be a good deal.
If you're a little bit lower, I would say. Again,
40%.
Go ahead.
40%. So
Yeah.
coming
So
up
if
40%
you,
of it. Yeah.
because again, I mean, if you want any kind of assignment fee, we've got to have margin. And so it's something where we've got to find these situations where people are a little bit desperate. They're up against the clock. They're up against, whatever it is. We've just got to make sure that they're a little bit desperate. And so they have to make decisions that aren't great decisions.
All right.
Make sense?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay. And then, so you should be getting, like, Marilyn's on it. She's told everybody. So this time, hopefully, we don't let you down. But
Okay.
we'll get you
sounds good. I appreciate the help.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
All right.
Later.
Okay. Anybody that wants to come up, it's always best if you have your camera up so I know you're hanging out. And I'll bring you up faster. Andrew, what's up?
G'day, Trent. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well yourself?
Excellent. Thanks.
I sent you a few properties.
Perfect.
I was going to try and make some offers on them today, so just want to keep them private for now.
Yeah, no problem.
They're both cash flow rent wise. They've both been on the market some time. You'll see that the second batch they're trying to do a package deal of the two triplexes.
Yeah. So is this I see the Zillows and the others. Is it everything? Or they're
So there's the two properties together, which is the 316 and the 320.
Okay.
And they're basically got one's bought outright, the other one's got a mortgage of 3% on 200K. So that's
Okay.
that's the one I thought maybe there could be some sort of interesting hybrid or something there. And the other one is completely turnkey, and that is 300K. And I think it's been on long enough that they would. It sounds like she's just ready to get rid of it.
Good. We like that. So which one's that? That's Albuquerque? Oh, they're all
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 320, is that the one that you said is turnkey?
No more.
The single one, I think it's the hang on, let's pull up the.
No worries. Oh, this is actually
204 is the turnkey, and the other ones have renters in them, but they could probably use a bit of work by the looks of it.
yeah. Okay, so let's focus on which one you want to focus on.
Maybe 204 for now.
204. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. The 320 is 3 streets away from where I grew up.
Oh, really?
That's kind of funny.
That's cool.
Okay.
I got
Right, so
Andrew. I just sent you the numbers. I'm just sending you the numbers now, Trent. Give me 1 sec.
Thank you.
You go, guys.
I'm sorry. Which one are we looking at? 320?
204.
204.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even do 204. I did 320 and 316.
Okay, yeah, we can look at those ones then. That's fine.
Yeah, you guys look at those ones, and I'll do the 204 while you guys are chatting.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let's look at. So I'm on 320, the Rhode Island.
Yeah. So these ones have one of them's bought outright 316. 320 is got a mortgage outstanding at 3%, which is a new conventional, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Older couple that just want to, get rid of any of their, just retire and get rid of existing liabilities, assets. So, she said they're ready to move on the price as well, and they were going to drop it to 279. So I think there's a lot more wiggle room.
Oh yeah. Now, do they want to do all these together? It seems like they're all.
Yep. They want to do 316 and 320 together, if possible, but they'll do separate if they have to.
Okay. You have prop stream?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Interesting. I've got 2 that come up for 316. Are you seeing that too in prop stream?
Is one northeast and one southeast?
There we go. Thank you, sir. I should have known that. Which is yours, northeast or southeast?
Northeast.
Thank you.
I think we've given away the destination, so no one steal this deal.
No, I think we're good. Well, maybe we did. Sorry. So, yeah, 3%. That's awesome. Okay, and so where are you at with them?
So the 320 and 316, I spoke to the agent, got all the details, had a good long chat with her, built up some rapport, and I think, and we sort of spoke, I would get an offer over this morning.
Okay.
That one I was just racking my brain with, just because it was the 2 properties, and then it did have the mortgage with the great rate. So I was just, spent a little bit of time trying to figure out how to, slice the cheese there.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheese. Yeah, let's see. I want to look at that one too. Stand by. These are good.
And the cap rates seem pretty decent as well, depending on price as well.
Gotcha. Area too. I keep going back to the same one. What are you seeing, Shane, over there?
I was just checking out the properties. They're pretty decent. let me just pull up my numbers. We're talking about 204, right? Or 320 and 316?
316, 320, I think. At the moment.
Yeah. So, if you can get a sub 2 or it would have to be a sub 2 or hybrid. Right? So they're both owned by the same person. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's not in both. So if you can get both of them, like kind of a portfolio deal where you have the hybrid of the sub 2 on the 3.05 conventional.
Yeah.
And decent terms on the the second house, I mean, it looks like it's a pretty good deal. They both cash flow pretty well.
Yep.
Together, I think you're looking close to $2,000 a month with the cash flow. Depending on what you have to put in for cash, cash on cash return would vary. But like you said, cap rates
Yeah.
aren't bad. You have a solid 8.9, which means it's stabilized. It's a solid return. It's not a crazy return, but I mean, $2,000 a
Yeah,
month
but
cash flow is pretty crazy. So if you can make it work and you can get them to agree with it, I think it'd be a good deal. If you have to offer cash, you can come in. They're what are they at? Their mortgage is 205. So how much do they owe? What is the asking price for the house? I didn't get that.
It's 280 something, but I mean, she said they were going to drop them officially to 279 each today, I think, or this week.
So yeah, if you came in, obviously you can't come in under the 205 on the one, but if you maybe just did a package deal of the two, and then did 40 or 50% of that as a starting point, I think that'd be somewhere to start with cash. If they won't do the seller financing, or at least that gives you something to go off of to the seller financing, make the seller financing look a little bit more appealing.
So maybe cash come in around 410 for both, or 400 for both.
Yeah, I'd say 400 for both, and then maybe.
Well,
maybe
I'd do 390 just to that's just
Yeah.
you want to break that 300 barrier just to kind of light their fire a little bit.
Yeah. So
And then and then would it be a sub 2 then? Would be looking to do a seller finance? I mean, because that
hybrid.
loan's in play. Hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what would that look like, do you think, in terms of I mean, I tried to run some of the numbers on the sheet the other day, but I couldn't quite
What do you think would, like, you've talked to them? What do you feel like they would go for? Are they hard pressed on their numbers, or do they need them to? I know they said they had a couple other properties. I think Trent said at the beginning.
I think this was their only these are their only two other properties.
Yeah, and they've got one more in Arizona, so those are their two that are there. So it looks like they're trying to make a clean sweep.
Yeah,
of
so
it.
this is their investments, and then they've got a family property in Maricopa County. So
this reminds me. I'm doing a mortgage for somebody that's buying a house down in Mexico that's selling their 3 homes, and I swear to God, this Rhode Island is the address. I'm gonna have to check after the live stream, but if
That's funny.
that's really funny. But yeah, if they need to get into another home and they need the money, then maybe a larger down payment or something for both of them. But if you can work the seller financing where you can get low interest, something like 0%, and I think to have a payment of $800 a month for the one, and $1,600 a month for the second one, just to cover your monthly expenses and whatnot. I think, or sorry, $800 for the
16?
one, 16 in total. So
Yeah.
it's 1,700. Would leave you enough to still cash flow and cover your monthly expenses. So
that's 17 for both, or 17 for the other one?
Total.
So total.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. All right, well, I'll give that a go, and then I mean, it's JV on that, Trent. If you're down.
Absolutely. I mean, this is I like this, and I've got management there. This is good. Yeah,
Perfect.
I like the cash flow.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And just while I got you, 204. Same. Sort of going in with a cash offer, maybe around 240, or is that too high or low? Or
What's
go to it? Hold on.
I missed. Assuming it's $250,000 purchase price. Is that right around?
The 204, the first address I sent you. I think it's listed for 300.
300. Okay. So I calculated it at purchase price of 250. I couldn't find it on there with that, but 300. You want to come in well under 2. Like you're talking 150, 160 max, I would say, and then I wouldn't go higher than 175 for a cash offer.
Higher than 175.
Yeah.
Okay. And then seller finance on that one. I mean, it cash flow as well, but better than the other two actually.
So if you can get the payments around 902 a month, 900 a month, I think would be a good round number. 8-year.
And then what's that leave with a down payment around sort of 10%?
Yeah, so under 10%,
Yes, 7
anytime
to
you
7.
go.
Yeah, 7 to 10 is great.
And then doing a trust acquisition for the other one with the loan and the hybrid, would I be doing a trust acquisition to
Absolutely.
put that 3% loan into the?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll give the realtors a call, and then
What drew you to the city? You got 3 of them. That's pretty good.
I just, I mean, look, everywhere else, a lot of places are getting flooded. I think I've been to that city. I think it's a good city. There's a lot of new companies moving, or existing companies and tech companies moving out there, and some, they've got the art exhibitions and all that sort of stuff. They put on cool events, and
It's a huge film community too.
yeah,
Lines
Cool.
out there. Yeah, so that's good.
Netflix
All
are
right.
moving out there. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Facebook, everybody. Yeah, there's so much land. That's where I've got a ton of land out there.
Do you want to ping me the form, Trent, and I'll
Yeah,
track down those
absolutely.
realtors and try and get those under contract today.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. Here it
Awesome.
comes. Marilyn will get it to you right there.
Thank you.
All right. Perfect.
Appreciate
Good.
it. Thanks.
No, that's good. It's really good. Good find.
Mhm.
Awesome. I'll try and get them locked down.
You can do
Okay.
it.
Perfect.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andrew. Take it easy.
Will do.
All right. Let's go to Iraq.
I was gonna say, I see
What's
our
going on,
brother
Hussein?
Hussein.
Hussein, what's up? Sorry to bother you.
Deer in the headlights.
Hello. Hey, Trent. How are
What's
you?
up, my man? How are you, buddy?
I'm good, fine. How are you?
Good. Hey, Shane,
How's work?
the one I sent you for Hussein is the one that looks like a
Yeah.
text message. It's just a copy.
Where-
What's been going on?
So I've looked up few properties and I have a lot of offers that I want to call today. Like maybe
Great.
30, maybe.
All right.
Trent, can you
Yeah.
send it to me again? Like I said, our thread is definitely diluted with a whole bunch of other stuff now, and
Yeah, if you just roll up, it's the oh wow, yeah. It is far up there. Hold on. Jeez Louise, where did it go? Okay, hang on.
yeah, no worries.
Maybe I didn't send it.
Yeah, I see just cool nits, but after that, then it was stuff that I sent you.
Yep, gotcha. Hold on, here it comes. Let's see if this works. Seeing that?
I am indeed.
Okay, Hussein, where you at? What are you doing?
So now I want to call some realtors and I want you to just review my page and how I call.
Okay,
I've do
let's see
that
it.
I've called yesterday and I haven't really built a good rapport with them, but
Okay,
now I
time.
want to pitch the offer.
Okay, let's give it a go. All right, guys, let me just bring everybody up to date. So we have one of our favorites on right now. His name is Hussein. There's Hussein. He is from Iraq. And so he's going to make a call right now to a realtor. We've been working on his rapport and his pitch. So let's see what happens. Okay, buddy.
Just finding the phone number for this property right now.
Quick question, Hussein. Where did you find this one?
You mean in what area I'm looking for properties?
No, was it on
How did
Zillow?
you-
Was it on something else or
On Zillow, yeah.
Zillow? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't happen to have the listing ID, do you? The Z ID is what it's called. I mean, if you go to it on your things, I can't find it on my Zillow. It's not coming up on it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I'll run it too.
Okay. And that helps too, guys. If you can send the ZPID, which is, I don't know if you can figure it out, it's at the top of the URL, just at the very end. There's like 9 numbers, and then it says underscore ZPID. It would help. It would help a lot. It's not needed, but if you can, that's fantastic.
ZPID. I'm looking forward to. You got me on that one.
I can show you guys a picture.
Where is it?
Uh,
Yeah, where can I find it? Because it came up on my Zillow, no problem. Let me just see. I'll send it to you.
So, Trent,
Yes, sir.
this is one of my first pitch calls. What should I start with, and what primary things should I say during my pitch?
Okay, so where are we at? So I know have you talked to him before?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did you talk about, and what did you find out? Tell me your discovery. He always, are you there, buddy? It's always very unstable because he'll tell you, I'm in Iraq. I can't help it. I'm in Iraq. He'll come back up here. Let's give him a couple seconds. Okay, I see now your ZPID is up in the up in the URL. It's the last, what is that, 7 numbers? Do they have that in the actual listing or no?
it should be in the listing. I'm not sure where in the listing though, but I know anytime you go to a listing, it's going to be.
Yeah, just the last part of the URL.
Yeah.
Were you able to get it?
No, not yet.
There he is. Welcome back.
So
Hey,
where were you?
Why did it drop off like that?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You're so funny. Okay. Yeah. So where are you at with them? You've talked to them?
Yeah,
You
I've
came up
asked all the questions I have, and I told them that I'll call them today and give them my offer. I
Okay,
told
cool.
them that I will think about it and then maybe call them today and give them my offer.
Okay, cool. And so what did you come up with?
Now I
Offer-wise.
have a seller finance offer right here.
Okay. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start with a cash offer. Okay. And the cash
So
offer.
should I lowball them with that cash offer?
That is correct. You are correct, sir. So the reason we're lowballing them with a cash offer is to help them feel like their house isn't really worth as much as they think it is, because they've already put it up for more than it's worth.
Yeah,
And
but
so
I
we're
talked
just
with this realtor. She sounds kind of cocky, you know? Like, she's really defensive about that property.
Okay, so she's defensive about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so what you want to do in this situation is you want to, offer a low cash offer. And the reason we're doing it is just we build an anchor for them to sit on. So what are you thinking the cash offer is that you want to do?
So now it's listed for 245, and she already said that many investors are coming and lowballing the property, and that's the reason why it hasn't sold yet.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give her 190.
Okay, good. And really apologize before you give it to her. Say you're going to hate me for this, but it's just the numbers that we ran as a team. And our cash offer would be 190, and she'll say no, and you'll say I totally agree and I totally get it. I just wanted to make you that offer. But what would you think if we came in at your asking price of 254 that you were at before, 255, call it? Would that be something they'd be interested in? Okay, and you're saying it as a question for her to be curious. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you can also see in Shane's sending you. Are you seeing what Shane is sending you? It helps you know all your numbers.
Where is he?
Where is he sending it?
Give me a second.
It should be in your DMs. Oh, did you send it? Sorry, Shane. Am I going ahead?
pour down on my list of these people, so I need to.
Oh, I'll get them. I'll
I got
send it right to him.
Done.
You got it?
I beat you to
All
it.
right. Dang. So that'll help you too. And there's, we want to let them know that, we do see that there's going to be about $10,000 to $20,000 in repairs that we need to do to get it up to snuff. Like there's like a lot of painting on the outside that needs to happen because they've got that blue, I don't know what that is, the blue and red borders. But yeah, it is pretty nice inside. So we can't really say
What
too
property are you talking about right now?
much. Westbourne 42?
No. That's not the one I've mentioned.
Oh, which one did you mention?
Yeah. Sorry about that. This is the one that needed a proof of funds. He said to he said
That was the
send
one
me
you-
the proof of funds, then
Yeah.
we can talk about it.
Okay, so then which one's this one that you're talking about?
So I'll send you the address right now on
Oh,
WhatsApp.
good. Send it to me. Yeah, send it to. Okay, perfect.
You want to just drop it into our chat, mine and yours there?
I'll give it to you.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah, he's doing it on WhatsApp, and then I'll send it over to you.
Gotcha.
Okay. And did we get you the proof of funds for that other one? You all good there?
No.
Oh, good. Marilyn? There's another one that,
Keeping her busy today.
yeah, sorry. Okay, got it. 2144. Stand by. Let me get that to Shane. There you go, Shane.
Sure.
Okay, and then hey Marilyn, send me a DM. Just say hi so I can put. I want to just put Hussein's that he needs proof of funds for in your DMs.
You're just trying to slide into her DMs, aren't you, Trent?
That's how I do it. She knows how I am.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm looking at this one. Let's see.
It's a big house. Doesn't look like it.
So
But
do you know do you need to hear what I'm offering them?
Yes, please.
So they're listed at
So you're gonna-
245. I'm actually offering 330. Now that might be a lot of an increase, but even with
Why are we
such
going that
increases in the purchase price, realtors they're just not taking the idea of payments properly with me.
Okay. So you're really trying to incentivize them.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let's go for it. I don't have any problem with that.
let me put the numbers because I might. 335. You said, Hussein?
I'm offering them 330.
330. Okay, just let me run it with that.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, just give me a sec. I'm going to run the numbers with that instead of the asking price.
All right.
Okay. I mean, you are probably going to get traction on this, but now we have to sell it. And so how are we going to prove to a buyer that we massively overpaid for a place?
So the cash
You're
flow
saying-
for it, in my calculations, cash flow is about $1,000, and the cash on cash is about 35%,
How much are you putting down for your down payment?
29.
29. And your cash
Yeah.
on cash is 25% on that?
No, 34.
34. Okay. Let me confirm.
And
And
I'm
who's
also
paying?
giving them a monthly payment of 900, and my cash flow is 1,000.
Okay, let's double check this. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a strategy, but we just need to make sure that we can sell it. That's the big part. Like, who else is going to want to pay that? So we have to prove to to a buyer that that this is a good deal. And it sounds like you've done your homework, so let's see what happens.
So my biggest concern right now is just to convince at least one seller to take my deal.
I gotcha. That's everybody's concern, but we also need to sell it. That's even a bigger concern.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I'm just trying to ignore it right now. I just need that sliver of
Okay,
hope when I convince
Okay.
a seller.
I gotcha. So this is an education for education purposes only. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. You're awesome.
I just had to rerun it with the 900 fixed mortgage payment because
Thank you.
at your regular 30-year 7.5%, it's not going to work. But that's not to say with seller finance it won't. Mhm.
What do you say their mortgage payment was?
So if you were to do like your typical 20% down on a DSCR for 7.5%, your mortgage payment, you're looking actually sort of 25% down, but you'd be looking at $1,563 a month. So you should have an extra $600, I'm hoping, for cash flow. Let's double check that. So yeah, so it works with that. So if you can get it for 900 down, your annual mortgage payment would be 10,800. Your gross rental income would be 36,000, assuming $3,000 per month. The vacancy loss of 8%, so you minus $2,880 from that. Your effective rent income would be
It's just me,
$33,120.
or is he saying stuff that I don't understand?
I'm probably saying stuff you don't understand. Let me break it down for you. So you have cash flow of, where are we? $483 a month, which is decent. You have a debt service
But
coverage ratio.
sorry, how did you calculate that?
How did it work out like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you calculate it is what he's looking for.
So first
wants
off,
the
you have
explanation.
gross rental income.
Did
minus
you send this to him? Sorry, Shane, just
No,
real
it
quick.
just finished populating. I can
Okay,
send it.
hold on 2 seconds. Hussein, he's going to put it in your DM just so you can see the numbers and so it makes it a little bit more clear.
Here you go, my friend.
And send it to me as well, just so I can see it, so we can follow along.
Of course.
Thank you, sir.
So with 25% down, your loan would then be for $247,500. So your monthly mortgage payment, which we already knew was fixed at $900, gives you an annual gross mortgage payment of $10,800. Your gross rental income. Do you know what gross means, Hussein?
No.
So that's before you take anything away, it's what you're making. So it's everything combined together for rental. You know, if there was laundry that they got extra money for, whatever it is, that's your gross.
Oh, it's all the money coming in. So rent is usually your gross. Like you've got that $3,000. That's now we have to take things out of that to show what our profit is, and then profit is net.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So if you buy
Yeah.
a candy bar, okay, you're getting it. You don't need. Tell me if you
Yeah.
don't understand. I'll try to give
No,
you.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our $36,000 gross a year with our vacancy loss. So we account for 8%, which ends
What's
up being.
vacancy loss?
So if you can't have it rented out 100% of the time, you know, you want to account for emergencies of, say that you have a month where you don't have a renter there. So you got to take that into account and you put that in as a loss. So it comes off
So
of
should I always put that in?
It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always, because you never know when you're going to rent these and if it's going to work. Hey, Shane, can you share that in the chat so everybody can see what you're talking about without the address?
Sure. I don't think I have the address on here, so I think I can do that no problem.
Good, perfect. Thank you, sir. Yeah, just so everybody understands. And that's why we're trying to simplify it with the cheat code the best we can so you guys can understand. And it's really important. Hussein, you're helping us a ton by letting us know if this makes sense to you. Okay. So do you see it now in the so everybody can see it in the go ahead, Shane. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So we just accounted for vacancy loss, which is about 8%, and that's $2,880. So after that, your effective rental income is $33,120. You minus your taxes, so your property taxes, which is $3,960. You minus your annual insurance and maintenance, which is another $3,300, and then 8 to 10% depending for property management, which gives you another $2,880 that you're going to
How do you
minus from.
calculate maintenance usually?
Pardon me?
How do you usually calculate maintenance?
It's just a percentage. So normally what I do is I break 35% down between your property taxes, your insurance, and your management fees. Or sorry, property taxes, annual insurance, and your maintenance fees. So that should be about 35% of your yearly gross income. Then you add 8 to 10% for management fees, brings you up to about 45%, and then 5 to 10% depending for vacancy loss normally brings you up to about 50%. So it's easy if you're just doing a quick calculation in your head and you want to know if it's like worth calling or there's money in it. Just take your gross rental income and divide it by 2. Use a 50% rule. So, 36 divided by 2 is 18, isn't it? 18, yeah. So $18,000 is roughly what your net operating income is.
Okay, slow down for 2 seconds, Shane. Does that make sense to you, Hussein? Do you see what we're doing?
Sure.
What we're doing is we're predicting what things are going to cost us, because we don't want to say, oh wow, we got $3,000 a month. That's $3,000 in our pocket. We're saying,
of course. It's just
we're saying,
quick, fast prediction of what's going to actually happen before you do all the calculations correctly.
Exactly. And so this is how an investor looks at it too, because they're saying, hey, do I want to put my money into this thing? Oh, let's hope it cash flows. And so that's why we're breaking all this out. It's a ton of stuff, but when you go line by line, it simplifies it a little bit. So it's the whole point is this is supposed to be simple, but there's a bunch of things. We're just breaking down everything. But in general, we're saying 50% of what we get in rents is going to go towards expenses and towards the payment. Does that make sense?
On top of that, actually.
Yeah.
So payments above that. Like your debt service, we're talking like the mortgage payment, that would be above your 50% rule. So we have our net operating income of
oh, I'm sorry, that's added on top is what you're saying?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So after I calculate everything, should I also add the mortgage payment of the investor that's buying that property?
I always just I use a filler number. So I always do 7.5% interest over a 30-year arm, which is amortized over 30 years, and with a 20% down. So it's just a basic calculation. Some people can get a little bit better of a rate. Some people get worse of a rate. Some people have to put more down. Some people can put less down.
Favor, can you write that down for me? How to calculate the investor's mortgage payment?
Yeah, I can send that to you. No problem. So yeah.
You know what? Send it in the chat so everybody can benefit from it.
So we're looking 20% down, 7.5% interest, 30-year term or 30-year amortization. So that's what a typical loan would look like for any Joe Blow off the street going to get it with decent credit. You could get that pretty much on any kind of property that cash flowed. Okay. Just back to the numbers. So your net operating income gives you a cash on cash return of, I need my glasses, 21.12%, which is decent. It's definitely decent. This is still before you debt service. So after you debt service, you get a 1.54, which all it means is that you can pay your bills and your mortgage 1.54 times with all the money that you have coming in. So you have 1.54 times more money than you need to suffice your mortgage and your bills. That's a key thing that the banks look at if they're going to lend to you. If it's below 1.25, you won't be able to get a loan. or a DSCR loan. You might be able to get a personal loan or like a conventional bank loan, but not like an investor DSCR type loan. So that's a good number to keep in mind. Overall, once we switch to seller financing, you get an improved monthly cash flow. Your NOI covers your mortgage, and you still have a net of $5,706 a year in additional cash flow. So it's a viable option for sure. It's not huge cash flow. It's not a grand slam, I think, is what Trent would call it, but it's something that an investor would look at, I think. What do you think, Trent?
Okay. Hussein, you there?
Yeah.
Well, I think I just sent it to you in the chat too. I think we're You want to try to make that phone call? Or Hussein, you want to try to make that phone call now?
So let one go before me, or one in the chat or something. I'm gonna
Okay,
go,
you want to,
go for 5 minutes and come back. All right.
All right, Josh, what's going on?
Hello.
You're on mute.
How you doing?
There you go. What's going on?
Sorry, I mute myself.
No worries. No problem.
I sent the address to Shane, right? That's his name.
Yes.
I called the realtor, and this property's been on the market for 243 days. They have it listed for 269,000. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 1,900 square foot. But I was just wanting to see if it was a deal or not. That way I could pursue or just move on to the next one. They're also open to seller financing. But I guess what they were asking for hasn't been working. They're wanting like 20 down, 10% interest, and 15-year balloon.
15-year.
Yeah.
10% interest.
10% interest is
Yeah. She said that they're the seller's willing to work with that, like with the numbers.
Okay. Yeah, they'll have to work down to 0 for it to be.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what happens a lot of the time is you call these people and they're like, "Yeah, we're totally open to seller finance," and that's almost the worst thing you can hear, because that means they know what it is and they understand how to make it beneficial for them and not for the seller. I mean, even not for the buyer.
Mhm. It's kind of like divided in 2 sections. It's connected through like a shared laundry. The seller had their son living in it. I believe they were going to Baylor. It's here in the Waco area in Texas.
Okay.
And they rented out the back section, as she said, for $900. But they also Airbnb the whole entire place. All rooms were rented out for $3,000 a month.
Okay.
She also believes that it's also because of the interest rate. They listed it right after when the rates went up. But it has had foundation work with advanced house leveling and foundation repairs. And she mentioned something that it needs to be like Four Seasons need a pass, I guess, for them to. I don't understand that part as
To use the
well.
pool or something?
I think so.
Okay.
And which they're coming up on that 1-year mark.
Okay.
So, and it comes with most of the appliances.
Yeah, and that's pretty standard. Let's see. I'm looking at what Shane sent. I see a lot of red, Shane, just in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
So, hey, Shane.
Yeah.
On what you sent over, you get a check mark and an X. So I'm just trying to understand.
So they're possible renovation costs. So it's coming up unsure. So I mean, it's something that we need to call and confirm about, because it
Okay,
possibly
gotcha.
is leaning towards a dud. So if it's leaning towards a dud, we normally just say final verdict's a dud and move on, because there are plenty ones that are green light the whole way.
Yeah, as far as once somebody tells you they can do seller financing and they're talking 10%, it's there's nothing we can do to sell that to anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're looking for things that are 0% or less.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
they
got
want deals. They want deals that are just going to knock their socks off.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to confirm that with you guys.
Yeah, and then Shane sent over the numbers for you too, so you can kind of review it, and that'll give you a little bit better idea of why, where the problems are.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Thanks a lot. Okay, JT.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
You're on mute on my side. There you go.
Can you hear me?
How are you?
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Good. So I sent you that property that I was looking at. It's in San Antonio.
Okay.
I talked to the seller. It may still be fresh on the market. I just want to get your opinion on it. I talked to the seller. It's a military family. They need to relocate.
Okay.
They had it on the market for a bit to rent out, but they decided not to rent and they want to sell it. She said they're open to options.
Good.
They have a 2.9 interest rate.
Yeah, I saw that. That's delicious.
So, want to see if you guys could help me look over it.
Yeah. Let's put it all in. Give us a second to get it into our stuff here.
And she was very giving in terms, like, I just built the rapport with her, just like Richard said, just like you guys said, and she was just very open to.
Sorry,
Well, it's
texting.
crazy. Once you get that rapport going, it kind of opens up the floodgates.
Are we looking for numbers on this? Are we looking for deal or dud on this?
Deal or dud.
Okay, give me 1 sec, please.
Move really quick.
Yeah, and that's where we're trying to develop this program to help you guys. I feel like what we did with Hussein is just we gave information with the fire hose, and it was a little bit. It actually kind of killed everything. So we're trying to find that happy medium where you guys can be like, okay, this is something I want to call on. I mean, the property, to look at it, it's beautiful. So we know nothing needs to be done with it. We're going to be hard pressed to beat them up about anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's by two universities, so you could essentially do pad split because it is a 5-3. The bottom does have a kitchen, and
how close to the university is it?
It's actually really close. It's by like Trinity University and Incarnate Word University, and they're both like 5 or 10 minute drive. So
absolutely, yeah, you would definitely, you would want to get a bunch of kids in here for sure.
Wow, I mean,
so
it's like
really
she said
cool.
Property could rent around $3,250 at the lowest.
Okay,
but obviously it doesn't match up with the $650 they're trying to sell it for.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, Shane, where are you at?
Sorry,
did you get it?
Yeah, I did get it.
Okay.
So it is a deal, but only if you get creative. So I'll send that to you, and you guys can take. There you go, Trent.
And they're open to creative, huh?
She's open to anything, she said.
Okay, good.
Because they're just looking to get out of it because they are gonna have to move here quickly.
Okay. This is guys, so what JT's found is the motivation, which is insane because they're military, right? Is that what you were saying?
Correct.
So when you have these situations where there's a little bit of an alarm clock that's going to go off when they're on a stopwatch right now, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to figure it out. They owe $455. So, and they're asking what?
$650.
Eesh.
Yeah,
so they
totally
in their
big
eyes,
spread.
Yeah, in their eyes, they have $190,000 in equity. That's our problem. The positive is they have to leave. So they're up against the wall. it is definitely a hybrid. So this is going to be something where we're paying off their mortgage and we're paying off their. But Shane, quick numbers. Did it say it's a dud? Because I mean, we're looking at a $2,000 a month payment for the loan. Huh?
Yeah, it's a dud. I mean,
yeah, I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry. It's cool. It's a great
No worries.
place. But
like market rent is great,
Yep.
and which makes it look appealing. But the existing mortgage is high. It's just the fact that it's an older home. The comps, it is way overpriced. Is really what it is. If you can get it for below market price, and market prices, I mean, your median is going for 560. So you're
well, I think I would just go in and I mean it's obnoxious, but just say, hey, I'll take over your loan and send you guys on your way.
That would work. Yeah.
That's where a deal is. You know what I'm saying? That's where I mean I can sell that
Got
all
it.
day. They're probably going to say no, but
You never know.
they've got a deadline coming up, which is great. And so they might get to that point where they're like, okay, we've got incentives from the military that pay for the difference in what we're losing on the house, whatever it is. But yeah, just come in and say, hey, the best I could do is take over the loan.
Okay. I'll talk to her about that.
Yeah. And then we can, I mean, incrementally, you can say, you know, hey, I can take over the loan and maybe give the realtor a little bit, you know, but always negotiate with the realtor too. I mean, that's a big part of this whole game is they're there to make money as well. And so if we offer them, you know, like, hey, let's get this deal done, but if you can take, you know, $2,000 as your fee, then we're getting it done. Otherwise, you're sitting on market and it's just going to sit there. Especially once they leave, it's going to be 10 times harder for them to sell it. Like it's one of those situations where they're not in town, they have to deal with other crap. So maybe they're motivated enough. See what happens.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. I hope that works. That'd be cool. That'd be a killer deal.
Yeah, it would. If you can get it for that, that'd be fantastic. But
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would buy that in a hot second. So if they say yes, please come back.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, Hussein, you ready for this?
Hello, sure. Just have a few questions first.
Yeah, what's up?
So, what's the cap rate and how is it calculated?
Okay, that's a Shane question.
what's the cap rate and how's it calculated? Give me a second. I'll give you the formula.
First of all, what is it?
Cap rate is a way that mostly commercial calculate how much money a property makes. So, because cash on cash goes off of how much cash you have to put into it to see what your percentage is. Cap rate can be calculated from basically your net operating income and your purchase price. So the way you do it, it's your NOI, which is what we went over. That's your gross rental income minus your expenses, gives you your net operating income. Net operating income divided by your purchase price gives you your cap rate. So a lot of times communities will have, or areas will have, market cap rates. So a lot of times sellers will price their homes based on a cap rate. So say if there's an 8 or 10% cap rate in an area, they'll do 8 to 10% times the NOI that it makes, and that'll give them their purchase price that they'll sell at. So that's what cap rate is.
Simple, right? Hussein?
Tried to make that simple. I don't know if speaking slower actually makes it simple, but
and cap rate stands for capitalization rate, just so you know why they call it cap rate.
Should I be concerned about it? Should I include it in all of my deals?
No, it's guidelines. It's a guideline for whether something's a deal or not. That's what you're looking at there. And it's interesting because a high cap rate means it's a volatile situation, and a low cap rate means it's very stable. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't help me when I hear somebody say that. I'm like, okay, great. What do I care? So
but also means a high cap rate means you make more money, low cap rate means you make less money. So there's many ways of looking at it, but you know, the higher money at higher volatility, lower money at less volatility, it's all subjective.
Does that make sense? Do you see how it's
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah.
it's like you want to roll the dice and get a high one, but it's kind of risky. Yeah, it's so no. In the short answer is don't worry about the cap rate yet. What you want to worry about is talking to realtors.
All right. So now, Shane,
Yeah.
this offer, is it a good deal if it happens exactly as is or no?
Sorry, so the last part is a good deal if it happens. I didn't hear the last
Yes.
part.
Like we calculated exactly with no changes in it.
Yeah, it'd be a decent deal. I just got to go back to it. You're 2 back, I believe. Seller finance. I gave you the
247.5, assuming 25% down is where you want to be.
247. Is that the Indianapolis one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that? Oh my gosh. Too many things. Yeah, it's the one that you said. Yeah, where you said $900 a month mortgage payment.
Looking at that. Yeah, I believe we're on the same one. Then again, there's been a couple 900 a month today.
Let me double check it.
4201.
Who's saying this is in what state? What? Just because we've got this is Pennsylvania?
No, it's in Philly.
Philly.
In Philly. Yeah, that's Pennsylvania. Okay. So 2144. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're all on the same page. Okay.
Man, I do a lot of these. I'm sorry.
No, it's no big deal. It's right in front of me. So basically we're gonna put we're not gonna put 25% down. So we'll probably do 7 to 10% down.
Yeah, that would
I've gotten so confused on this. This is just so.
Who's putting 25% down?
Hold on, let me get back to my old way of doing things.
So in my original calculations, I've only put as a down payment. I mean, 8.8%.
Perfect. That's where we should be for sure. 100%. We want to be in that area.
Now that 25% down, isn't it for the loan amount for the buyer?
Shane?
Yeah. So
what is that 25% down? I don't know
yeah,
what that is.
That's 25% down. So sorry, what was the question? I found the numbers now. What was the question?
It's a good deal if it happens.
If it happens, I mean, it's not a great deal.
But keep in mind, who's saying you're offering way over the purchase price because you want to test it, right?
I know, and still they'll beat me up.
But you can't be worried about them beating you up. The worst thing they're going to say is no. And honestly, Hussein,
Yeah, but I mean, I'm offering that much of an increase, and they'll still reject it.
A lot of people don't understand.
Who will accept it?
A lot of people don't understand it.
Shane's making a really good point. It's you have to educate them on what you're doing. So on its surface, you coming in and saying, "Hey, I want to give you how much do we say? 320?
330.
350 for their place that they're asking 245.
330.
Right off the bat, my mindset, I'm like, wait, what's the scam here? There's a scam, something scammy here. Why are they giving me so much more? Right? So there's a happy medium between like incentivizing and then it seems just why would you give me so much more for my place than it's worth? You know what I mean? So why do you want to go so high?
What would you do in my position?
I would come in and tell them like, let's go 265. That's $20,000 more. It's not. Am I on the right one?
You are.
Yeah. So I mean, why are we going $100,000 more than this place is worth? I know
like if I'm selling that house, and someone just told me I'll give you just 20,000, but over the course of 5 years, I wouldn't accept that.
Do me
there's
a
No, I
no
favor.
way in
I
hell.
agree with you.
You know what I want you to
I
do,
agree with
Hussein? I want you to make the call and do it the way you want to do it, because who knows? Maybe you've got something going here. Let's see what happens.
All right. So now, what should I start with? How should I start my pitch?
What did you talk to him about last time?
I just asked them the questions I needed to know the answers to, and then
Okay, so
that's pretty much it.
you're going to start with that lowball cash offer, and you're going to apologize, and you're going to say you're going to hate me for this, and they're going to say no, and then you're going to say, well, I was thinking, and I want to give you an insane amount of money over what you're asking. Would that be interesting to you? Because I've run my numbers and I feel like I can make this work, and then it's a benefit for the seller as well, because I'm going to be paying way too much for this place. Okay.
I can send you a little write-up if you want, Hussein.
No, I'll improvise. Just 1 second.
Yeah, just improvise. I want to see you do it. We got to simplify, Shane, big time. Because I'm getting frustrated with it. Like, it's too much information. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So if I'm feeling frustrated and I know what we're talking about, I can't even imagine what a student's thinking.
Well, I mean, it depends on which one's been put out. So we've had so many different outputs today.
Sure. That's why I'm just saying the simplifying, because his little eyes get all crossed when we start going too deep. And I think we lose everybody else in the chat because it's too much information.
I think when we chat later on, and we can.
Yeah, no. I think it's important, guys in the chat. With what we're trying to do is try to simplify the process, and give you guys numbers that you can. Okay, so Rowdy wants all the information. So that's one person heard from. I don't buy fix and flips because I'm lazy, and I don't have the construction companies in the different places, and so it's a lot of work. If you do fix and flips, it's great to have people that you know in the city that you're doing the fix and flips. Okay, so 2 people like all the information, and I think that's great. But to start off, just for the phone call, what do you guys think?
So I'm gonna draw them right now.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens,
You can
guys.
guide me through it if you see a mistake in my page or something.
You cannot make a mistake here because we're learning. So I want you to go for it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. We'll give you a critique. Okay? Go for it.
Hello, this is Jackie. My name is John Wessler. I told you yesterday about the property I've listed on 2144 North 27th Street in Philly. Yeah, so after my team and I run the numbers, and I'm sorry for this, but you're gonna hate me for this offer, but as a cash offer, the best I can give you is 190. How would your seller feel about that? All right. Yeah, I expected that, and I get it. No, please let me continue. So I've been thinking about it. How would your seller feel if I would give them 300,000 for that same property? So there is not a chance they'll accept any sort of payments. So even if I give them 330 and I'll cover all closing costs, and I'll cover all closing costs. So I'm given. How much is your client's minimum? Now, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that it's a high risk? All right. Well, thank you for your time. Yeah.
Okay,
what
so
about
just
it?
so you know, we couldn't hear the realtor side of that conversation. So what did he say?
Really? Why? So was it?
Because you have to turn off noise. Discord has a noise suppression thing, so we can't hear
How
background
can I turn
noises,
it
and
off?
that it's down by the where your name is. There's a it says video connected, and over to the right, there's 5 lines that are vertical.
I'm not
You just
using
click on
a
that.
computer right now.
Oh yeah, so I don't know where you find it there, but it's also
I'm
voice and
using an
video. Don't
iPod.
worry
Is there
about it.
anybody that knows how I find it?
Yeah, don't worry about it for now. Tell me what did they say?
So with the cash offer, they wanted to immediately hang up on me. I said, "Wait, let me continue." I was thinking about it. Then I pitched my seller financing offer with 300,000 first. They said, "Yeah, well, of course, you will offer us some sort of financing. If you want to do seller financing, we are rejecting it." Yeah. Then I told her, even if I gave you 330 and I'll cover all closing costs, she said, "Yeah, you'd have to come up with the majority of the purchase price and a down payment, or you'd have to pay it up front."
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
reasonable, you know? So
first of all,
reasonable.
but first of all, you did great. Okay.
Mhm.
Second of all, you've got to realize taking a set of payments for your house is not opportune. I mean, it's not a great way to go for any seller.
Yeah,
It's
I
actually
understand that.
right. Okay. So they were not okay with it, but you did such a great job sticking with it. And so that's the part where you're building a rapport so much more than you were before. Because remember, before you were just getting hung up on, you were done. You kept the conversation going. Don't be afraid to be a little bit dumb and just be like, well, explain to me what would work, or explain to me why wouldn't seller financing work, and
I
let them
asked
talk
her
to you.
that. She just said that it would be a high risk for her seller. I said, "Why would it be?" And then she said, "Nah, I don't want to explain it." And she hung up.
Okay. All
Such
right.
laziness.
Well, no, but that's what you're dealing with. So but you did great. You stayed on longer than we thought you would. That was great. Like everybody in the chat was like, he's doing really good. He's doing really good. So you're getting there. Like this is all. So now you understand why it's so important to build the rapport with a realtor. So if you build rapport with a realtor, they're going to be a little nicer to you. And so you're building rapport, you're building credibility. And so the credibility comes by you calling back when you say you were going to call back. So all of those things you did are good. That's all working towards what we need to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
Don't butt me.
who will accept such kind of offer? Like,
Yeah, that's the whole point.
when
Is
I
you
come to think about it, would I
Yeah.
ever in my life, even if I was in a ton of debt, I wouldn't accept a seller financing offer?
You got to think that
Okay.
you're not in their shoes. You're not seeing life from their perspective. There's many reasons why they would accept it. You know, just because your situation and how you perceive things doesn't mean that other people perceive them and have the same situation. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just kind of got to try. You know, there's you're gonna get shot down more times than you'll make the shot, but eventually somebody will bite on it. And the more you pitch it too, the easier it's going to get, the more comfortable you'll get, and the more you'll have rebuttals, or, you know, be able to handle those objections. I mean, like I can send you a couple things that help with those different objections that might make it a little bit easier if you were to practice them. But
Yeah. So
just gotta keep
I have a
He
question
is-
until now.
Yeah, just be patient though. That's I think your patience is wearing thin. You're over it right away. You got to be
Yeah,
patient.
I actually don't have much time. You really can't understand my situation in Iraq. I don't have much time. Like, I know I seem young, Jamal 15, but it's like these few months. If I don't succeed at this, pretty much my future is over.
Okay. So with that
I can't
said,
explain this situation in Iraq right now in this live stream, but yeah.
Okay, but
we can
here's
understand.
the deal. So you've got a time clock too. So your motivation is to get these things done quickly, right? What explain to me why it's so important to get this done immediately? What's your deadline that you've got coming up?
So, do you want to know what the deadline is or when is it due?
Both.
Yeah, so I think I'd have to be at least making an income, a monthly income of about $4,000 before the end of this year.
The end of this year.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a lot of time. There's a lot of learning to be done between now and the end of this year.
yeah, but
What is it
now
that you need
is
for?
the most time that I have much free time. I have so much free time right now. After a few
Okay.
months, I wouldn't have. Believe me.
What's happening in a few months?
I really don't want to talk about it in this live stream.
No problem. We'll talk later off
Yeah,
live stream.
that'll be
Okay.
better.
Okay, I got your back, buddy. Let's it's going to be a lot of patience, okay? And that's going to be the hard part. The other problem is you're smarter than a lot of people you're talking to. Okay? And so you got to dial that down. You got to be a little bit dumber and just let them be dumb and and be okay with that. And just, take things a little slower. You're very particular. I like it. You're obviously very bright, right? You already know that. And so that's where you need to finesse things and get to know the realtors and make those when you have the rapport, you're going to be way better off. Okay? We're going to keep working on it. You're going to keep coming back.
I have one last question.
Yes.
So the realtor just said it's a high risk for my client to take this deal. Why did she say that? How can this be a high
Remember
risk?
how I told you when you're offering way too much, it gets kind of scammy. It's kind of like,
yeah, but where's the risk?
and that's why they're thinking it's a risk. Well, the other risk that they think is, well, what happens when you don't pay? Now I'm back
I
in
actually
the
wanted to say I'll provide a proof of funds, but for some reason I didn't say that.
That's okay. But also, I mean, in this situation, when you want them to take a set of payments, their feeling is, okay, what happens if they don't pay? Now my credit's ruined. My life sucks. I'm back in the same situation I'm at. I don't want to deal with that. But if you build the rapport and you build the trust, then people aren't going to have a problem like thinking about doing that. So just to give you an example, because I've got a guy that I bought a duplex from. He moved out of the area. These are all his motivations. He moved out of the area. He had money in this. It's a great property, but he needed $60,000 to start a business. And so that was his motivation. He's like, I need that money so I can get my business going. Okay. So that was his motivation. He and I developed a really good rapport and I got to know him really well. And so he trusts me. And so there is no risk if you trust the person. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be happy to do a seller finance with you because I trust you. And it's because we built this rapport over a long time, right? You and I've talked 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And now I've got a rapport with you. And so that rapport is really important. Do you trust me?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because
would you
I
trust-
know you.
Right? See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Okay,
But
so that's what
from
you want to
what
do with
I've
the
experienced with realtors, they really don't leave a window for knowing each other. Like,
Yep.
just now I said, how are you? Who's talking? Like, just answer the question, how are you?
Yeah, no, I get it. But you're going to run into a lot of people in this world that aren't really friendly. And you got to figure out a way that it's okay with you that they're not friendly and try to turn them around. That's going to be your the biggest hurdle for you is turning them around. And I think that's what you need to work on more than anything is building that rapport. You've done it with me, so you know how to do it. You actually have done it with every single person in this Discord. They love you
Yeah,
because
but I'm
you've
not
been honest.
trying to buy a property from every single person in this Discord.
Why not?
Because they're not offering.
So, sorry to interrupt you, Shane. There's somebody just made a really good
You know
point.
what I'm saying, though. You understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
you to work on your rapport. Okay, Shane, what?
Someone for 51 just made a really good point, which I was going to state, but I'd follow up with a message, a text message, or an email outlining the process of it. So highlighting the risk and how it's minimized for the seller, and then you can build rapport like that. You know, if she's not going to give you the time of day on the phone through talking, you can send a message and hopefully she looks at it. Maybe she doesn't, but there's a chance that she still will. So, you know, craft a message that states how we minimize the risk to the seller. We take all the risk as the buyer and see if you can sell it that way.
All right, I'll try that.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
always good to see you. I'm really proud of you. You're doing great. Baby steps. We're getting there. Okay, Sharon's here.
Thank you all. I'm going.
Okay, buddy. See ya. All right,
See
this
ya.
live stream just got a big upgrade. Sharon is in the house.
Don't mind me. Let her cook. Y'all good. Keep rolling.
Let it cook. You're the best.
It's rolling good. So yeah, I'm here.
You know how to put a smile on my face so fast. I really enjoy being around you. You're so much fun.
I try.
So that was, I don't know.
Did you catch on? Yet?
What's that?
I said hi to the guys that I have not met yet.
Did you, that was Hossein, who was just on Makram, and he's from Iraq. He's 15 years old.
Oh, precious.
Mm-hmm.
I know, he's awesome. We love him to death. All right. I'm going to let this go over to you and you're going to take it over. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll be back again tomorrow at 8, but I also will be back at noon for some insane reason. Okay, buddy.
Okay, babe. Have a great one.
All righty. Take care.
Hey, people. How y'all doing? Everybody up here, y'all gonna hang out with me for a little while, or y'all gonna escape? It looks like they're escaping. Yeah. So how's the week been, guys? It's only Tuesday. Is it only Tuesday? Tell me what's going on. How can I help? I see we have 4 requests to speak. I'm guessing that they were already in there. RJ, come on. I'm gonna pull you up, friend.
Hey, am I good?
Hey, is it Maru?
Maru.
Maru.
Well, my name's Austin, so that's probably easier.
Hey, Austin. I like Maru, though. You know.
Thank you. Apologize for barking in the back. I work at a dog boarding place, and they go
Does
crazy.
not bother me one bit.
Okay, so fairly new to this. Trying to find some deals in my city. I live in Central Texas, military town. The market is really complicated. You know, I was started looking at duplexes, and over the last 4 years, duplex prices have gone up 100,000, and rent has not caught up. So trying to find something for like mortgage takeover or
Yeah, let's go. You got me pumped this morning, so I'm like, all right, I gotta sun's out, guns out, right?
Yeah, looking good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I got to get somewhere. I
You gotta
won't
step it up, brother. You gotta step it
Hey,
up.
I like the way you called it opportunity
Points.
It's so much nicer than like
Pain
their life
points.
sucks and you're going to make them feel terrible about their life. Opportunity points. I'm stealing that.
Opportunity points, not pain points. Opportunity points.
I like that a lot.
Yes. So they, if you're looking to get a cash offer accepted, you need 3 or more opportunity points. One is not enough. One is not enough.
No, it isn't. And we're trying to. So what we're going to try to do today is we're going to try to get it so people can get on the phone faster. Because I feel like everybody's doing analysis paralysis.
Oh yeah, like my last person I was talking to, he was running the offer. I'm like, did you talk to the agent?
It's everything.
I'm
so
like,
we're gonna do it. I mean, this is for new students especially, but I want people to get on the phone, and so we're gonna run addresses, and we're gonna give you an answer. We're gonna play, is it a deal or a dud? And
deal or dud,
right?
Yeah,
that's right. You know how we are. We're just trying to
make it fun. Make it fun.
Exactly.
All right, I gotta run. I gotta go put some contracts together.
All right, kill it.
All right, talk soon, guys. Have fun.
Later. All right, guys. Okay, so we got Shane here. Let me bring him up. We're gonna play a game called Deal or Dud. It's way more fun. I want to get you guys, especially anybody that's new, the people that haven't made any phone calls yet. That's way, 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 way important. Because if we don't know what's going on, we don't know how to help them. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to bring Shane up. I don't know how to. Hey, raise your hand, Shane. I don't know how to get you up here otherwise. Because I don't see you. So just real quick, I like to always give a disclaimer. When you come up on my lives, turn on your camera. I'll put you up on stage faster than other people. Because I want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to icons. No cussing at all in my streams. Let's just keep it classy. It's so simple. And what else? If you want to bring your addresses. So I want new people. New people is huge today. And then you're going to send your address to it's called TKO's cheat code. He's here somewhere. Shane, raise your hand. Where are you? I don't know why I don't see you. I know you're here because I'm talking to you on DMs. And then we're going to run your address, and we've created some simple software so we can just let you guys know if it's something to even call on. And so I feel like you guys are spending so much time on your numbers that you're not spending any time on the phone. So I'm going to bring everybody up that has their hand raised. We got a lot of community helpers here in green. Those are our guys. There's Alex. He's always very happy. What's going on, Alex? You're muted, but we
all good, Trent. What's up? How was your Tuesday? And your Tuesday isn't already
my
done.
Tuesday's still going.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
You're in the future. Don't forget.
Yeah, it went on me. Oh, good. No, I'm just calling. I was raising my hand before to Stephen G, I guess, and I didn't left. I have no questions. I got some notification in Discord. So everybody else, go ahead and ask questions. I have no questions. Okay. I'm on my phone right now.
You just hang tight. All right, later, bro. Okay, so let's go with Brennan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Fantastic.
I'm always terrible with the name Brendan, Brandon, Braden. There's so many of them.
Yeah, right. There's so many.
With the variations?
You had it the correct way the first time. It's Brendan.
Yeah, you're a Brendan. There's Brandons. There's Brennans. There's Brendan. Oh my gosh.
It's the E's and the A's.
Yeah. That wasn't nice of your family to do that to you.
Okay,
so what's going on?
So I have a deal. I'm actually preparing to do an offer on right now. Kind of wanted
Excellent. Good.
run it through you. I already spoke to the agent. He said just send over a offer and see what we can work with. It's a quick rundown. It's a multi-unit.
Throw the address to Shane. He's TKO cheat code, and to me, so I can see the address while we're looking at it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that way. And hey, anybody that has anything that they want us to look at, send your address early so we can get it run through the program faster, and we'll help you out for sure.
Do I just DM to you, Shane?
Yeah, DM to me. Yep, right click and then hit message and then send it over to me.
Thank you. So Isaac,
there it is. Oh wait,
just sent it, and then Steven, I'll do it to you too, so you have it.
What is what's your Discord name?
Brendan. Actually, should be
or
underscore Brendan underscore 89047.
Okay, I don't see it. It's not coming up on my messages.
I got it. It came up mine.
Oh, is it Nate or no?
89047.
89047.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Send it to me too, would you, Shane?
I did DM'd you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably I gotta accept a friend request and that's where it is. Found it. Good.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna now you've already talked to the realtor, so you're on step 2, which is great.
Yep.
Tell me what you're thinking.
So right now, it's up for, well, it was posted back in December, so it's been up for close to 3 months now, 2 months and some change.
Okay.
It's a multi-unit with zoning for commercial. So it's mixed use zoning, so that's why they can't get traditional loan offers on it. So it is a little pain point for the seller.
Okay.
It was posted for 340. They just dropped price to 320. I spoke to the selling agent. They said they had multiple cash offers that just vanished. So I'm assuming probably they're asking for a little too much. I think the comps are this house should be closer to the 250s. But they obviously they want 320.
Yeah. Okay.
Multi-unit. Technically, it's a 2-unit. There's a upstairs 1 bed, 1 bath. Downstairs is 2 bed, 2 bath with this weird like rec/basement.
Yeah. And is that a storefront too?
That's why that's zoned. That's why zoned business. So it's kind of odd. It's definitely odd.
It is. It's an odd bird. It's also in Illinois.
Yeah, I know that's the thing is, I'm in Illinois, and since this is my first time doing this, I figured I would run it. Just worst case scenario, I can buy it and I could be the end user. Worst case scenario.
Okay. That's great. Okay. If that's an option, then that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to do, because if I do this, then obviously, and it goes through, I know what I'm doing, then I can be calling obviously out of state and, onwards from there. But
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, and what are you offering?
So, because of the pain points and whatnot, seller financing. Right now, I'm crunching the numbers just based off of what I've learned from you guys. I just purchase price at 300, interest rate 4%, amortized over 30 years. So, basically, to the seller, it would be a purchase price of 331, balloon in 3 years, and down payment. Down payment would be 30,000. Monthly would be 1,289 dollars based off of the buy box numbers and also the creative oven. And I think I can cash flow it with a furnished. So I added in into my rehab cost, which would be like furniture and whatnots. Furnished. I'm pretty sure I can cash flow 6,500 off of the two doing short term.
Okay, short term is that's going to be. I never ever do anything based on short term because short term's kind of we never know.
On and off.
So
got it.
Banks don't normally land on short term either. We look for we'll break it down to long term before we'll land on a short term.
Okay, so breaking it down long term, top unit I could get 14 out of.
Okay.
And then bottom unit, depending on if I want to run it mixed, like the weird split they have. But I'm just gonna group it as a whole. The bottom unit as a whole, I can get 3 out of. And that's
so you're saying 4,400 is what you think you can get monthly?
Yes, at the absolute bottom of the barrel. Just because. So the reason why I do short term is because I have another property in the area that I am able to do. I mean, I guess it's not really short term, middle term, month to month. The whole furnish finder / just month to month leases, and that's actually doing me pretty well on that ordeal. So I've kind of figured that my edge is the furnished and being in the area that I've already done my due diligence as far as looking at the market and seeing if there's a need for it. The need is there. I think I have that edge, so that's why I think I can get a lot more as far as cash flow.
Okay, and here's the beauty. I mean, the beauty is you're potentially the buyer. Okay, so there's a whole lot of set of rules that goes out the window because it's just whatever you decide you want to, and if you can be the one that's facilitating the short term, then absolutely. It's a pretty strong deal by itself at 4,400 too. Shane, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
I didn't run the numbers, but from what I sent you guys, I believe it's a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got it cash flowing 1,400 a month.
I mean, you want me to run the numbers? I can do it.
Well, I've got them here. Tell me if you think that these.
I'm not understanding how to run the actual numbers wise, because I mean, obviously, this is my first time using the creative oven and buy box, but I know it's kind of not made for that since I'm the end buyer.
Right.
Is this
that's why I kind of want to run this by you guys. What was that?
1020. That's what we're talking about.
1020. Yeah, Dundee.
Yep.
Here's what I got. It's just a simple. So your cap rate's 11 to 7%, which is great because the pass is 6%. Your cash on cash is 21, depending, again, 21 to 42. So you're in a really, this is good. This Shane's software likes this deal.
Really?
The best part of this whole deal is the fact that you potentially will buy it. The better part of this is that you'll potentially buy it and you'll turn it into an Airbnb or a short term. I mean, that's all really good. So what are you thinking of? What's your next step? Do you want to make a phone call?
Well, the agent is waiting on me to email an offer over. So I didn't want, I mean, I know like I know the offers don't really matter until they actually accept it, and then we're kind of like doing the back and forth. But I called the agent. He's like, yeah, like I have his email. And do you guys think it's better for me to make the offer over the phone?
I would fill him out over the phone and then send him an official offer.
Right.
Say, here's
So
what
I
I'm thinking.
so right now it's just waiting on that email offer, which that's what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know, like because my other property that I have is brand new, 2023 build. When I did that whole ordeal, learned a lot from that, do's and don'ts. This is a lot older. Like this isn't even it has a boiler, doesn't even have HVAC, and that's the only thing that kind of like scares me, is because what I'm used to with Airbnb is brand new, so there's air conditioning, boiler. I don't know if this is gonna be a big thing that I'm gonna end up. Oh, I'll have to put in an HVAC, like update HVAC system, whatnot.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, because especially if you're doing if you're doing an Airbnb, you want their experience to be excellent. You don't want them to, especially in Illinois in the summer. you guys catch fire. And luckily it's a wet fire. So it's the humidity. You want AC in there for sure. If it doesn't have AC, plan on putting in AC.
Oh, so you think that if I'm viewing this deal like that, I need to put some money around?
If you're going to keep it, yeah. If you're not going to keep it, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. So if I was to go with the not keeping it, basing off of what you guys are saying, I can, like, this will be my one and only limited flip if I were to wholesale it through the buy box way.
My suggestion is go 0%. You were going to offer just like 4% interest. I like 0% interest. Your purchase price was going to be 300. Is that what you're saying?
Right, and that was my other question, was because when I was talking to the agent, he said they've gotten a few offers, a few calls, doing seller finance, and the seller turned it down because they were offering something close to 3% and $10,000 down. Okay. So I figured at 4% and 30 down that it would be something more enticing to them. What's the actual difference between offering 300 at 4% or offering 330 or 331 and 0%? Because obviously, like, that 31 is the interest rate. Is it just a wording thing? And that's
100%. When you're in the calculator, you can put it however you want to. So that's what I like. I mean, you've got it down to 300. If you go the 4%, don't go up any higher on the purchase price for sure. What are you offering as a monthly?
But the Creative Oven's telling me $12.89.
So offer them less, and just like, again, buy box is the top level of what you want to give. You want to go below that, okay? So that's really important. That's the most you want to go. You don't want to start there. You want to start 20-30% below what buy box gives you, because it allows you to negotiate. But are you thinking what, $2,000 a month, or what were you thinking a month?
To cash flow or monthly payment?
No, monthly payment to the seller.
The seller, buy box was saying $12.89. So
$12.89. Okay.
Yeah, $12.89. That's what buy box was saying. I could, like we said, I can cash flow this place $4,400 at the very least.
Well, yeah, that's your rents. That's not your cash flow.
Or I mean, I can get rent for 44. That's what I'm thinking. But there is that whole AC ordeal that I'll have to. Do you guys have kind of if you guys had that experience where I go on an old house going from boiler and whatnots to HVAC, how much I need to factor
Well,
that in.
there's different ways of doing it because a lot of like sometimes you can put the air conditioners in the window. Sometimes you can do a whole revamp. So there it's a sliding scale for sure. I would say plan $5,000 at least. I don't know this property well enough, but yeah, I think you've got a solid. I think you've got a solid offer for sure. So I would ask them and try to get it from the realtor. What are they looking for? Are they looking for a large down payment? Are they looking for a bigger monthly payment? And tell them, see, I can fashion this however you need me to, so that it's attractive to the to the seller. So the realtor can help you through that, and just say, hey, I want to get you paid. I want to make sure you get your commission out of this. Let's work together and try to figure out what's the best avenue, because I can change my numbers to work however we need.
Okay, so you think I should just email over a like a base offer at this price, and then just say and then just give that option?
I would call them. I like calling. I like talking to them, and just say, hey, I'm working my numbers, and I just need to find out motivations from your sellers. Are they the type of seller that wants a higher monthly, or are they the ones that want a higher down payment? Because I can work it however, and I can work in an interest rate or not an interest rate. I can move my numbers around, but I just need to know what their motivation is, so it makes it as popular to them as possible.
I see. And then their their commission, I guess. Okay, so it's
all part of the down payment. So the down payment they will pay. That's totally up to the seller to pay their commission.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, the only time we try to beat up the realtor is in a sub 2, when it's a situation where what's that?
When there's no equity.
When there's no equity, they're losing their house. Yeah, that kind of a situation for sure.
Yeah, because they're already in a bad situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, from what I heard from the agent was just sellers had this property for over 20 years. They are older, they have multiple properties, don't want to deal with the renters anymore. They're downsizing.
Awesome.
So doesn't seem like obviously everybody wants their money, but doesn't seem like they need the money for anything.
Right. Yeah. There's no like what Stephen called it, opportunity, pain points or whatever. But keep in mind that they're going to be very it's going to be a sentimental thing for them. So older people really, it's something they built up. It's something they made nice, and so you always want to be cognizant of that and really kind of lean into that. Like this is the kind of place that I've looked for forever. I really like it. It's something that I want to make sure I keep in my family. It's already beautiful, so I want to make sure I keep it beautiful. Those kind of things, that it means a lot to people.
I see. So in that case, like the purchase price being higher and then monthly being lower would probably work. Is obviously it all depends, but it probably that type of deal makes more sense compared to lower purchase price, because then they hear, oh, I'm not getting rid of this house that I've had for 20 some years for pennies, even though the monthly is higher or whatnot.
Right, exactly. And it's finding out what they want. They might have a kid in rehab and they need that $1,500 a month or whatever it is. I don't know. But I mean, it's all about finding out, or they want to, they want to go on a vacation. They want $50,000, down or whatever it is. But yeah, the more you ask them, the easier it is to make your numbers. And that's overall with every deal all the time is ask, because we never know what people's motivation is. And then once we get it, then it's so much easier.
Yes. I just, obviously being the first time, I feel like I'm like calling the agent, I've already called him. I've called him again today. It's actually only been 2 calls, but every time I'm just obviously asking a bunch of questions, but I always think of like this now, feel like it's almost like, oh, I shouldn't be calling so many times.
No, not at all. Just the opposite. You want to build that rapport all day long.
Okay, yeah, because the more calls shows them that really,
You're serious.
really.
People like doing business with people they like. It's that simple. And so they want to get to know you. I mean, it's so much easier to sell somebody something or to do any kind of business with somebody you like, you know?
I see.
Like we've already got rapport. You and I have gotten rapport just in this 5 minutes. And so it's one of those situations where, okay, now I can trust that person a little bit more. I understand that you know what you're talking about. All that kind of stuff is super important.
Oh, okay. All right. So basing off of that,
and you can be and play dumb too. Like don't like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do in this situation. Can you help me out? I'm wondering do they want more money or do they want a bigger down payment? But kind of fall on the sword a little bit and don't be so worried about I'm an investor and I'm super cool and all that stuff. It's not necessary. It's about making that rapport and working it out with each other.
Okay, so the more calls on the agent side, if it's actual fact-based questions that they can tell that it is going towards the deal, I shouldn't even be worried about that. I should just
you're never bothering them if you make it to that point. Yeah, and build that rapport, and it's something like, hey, John, what's up? How's it going? Like it's a happy, great thing. You just want to really want to get things going.
Okay. So based off of that, you're thinking this deal is pretty decent. Based off,
I think it's decent. I just want to make sure you go in with the right numbers. So make sure you talk to them first, and then go in a little lower, definitely lower than buy box. Hey Shane, what are you seeing on your numbers?
So we cash flow. The cash flow is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's a viable. It looks like something I would jump on. You got.
Yeah. But I mean, because he's going to go in with purchase price of 300, right?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Should we go lower?
339. So he's even making more than that. That's awesome.
Who's making more?
Again, I'm sorry, you were cutting in and out.
Sorry. I said I did the numbers at 339. So if he's going in at 300, and he thinks he can get it at that, then he's making even more money.
Good. Okay. So I think that's where you start is at 300. Is that where buy box told you? Was 339?
339. Well, see, that's the thing with buy box is it's all editable. So I don't know if I'm using it wrong, but
no, it's possible because it is editable and it can get kind of wonky. Yeah, that's why I really want to trust that that's the highest you want to go, right?
Right.
That's not the starting spot.
Yeah. From the what the agent was letting me know, seems like they had multiple cash offers that they accepted but vanished after.
You know what they were? You know what the cash offers was? What they were? No. Okay.
Oh, and that's that inexperience because obviously if I feel like that's something I probably should have just do you know what they were? And then he probably would have let me know.
Yeah, don't be afraid. That's you know what? And that's what I want to get. I want to get you guys on the phone with realtors. And so you're doing great. Never feel like you're bothering them. Make it a joy to talk to you, so they want to talk to you because they're dealing with the wholesalers that are coming in and beating them up and telling them lowball prices and all that crap. So be different in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I shouldn't be afraid to even talk potential numbers that I'm thinking through the phone to kind of gauge how he responds.
Correct. And what I do is I ask questions. I don't tell people things. I don't say what I'm doing. I'm saying, what do you think they would want? Okay. Because if you don't ASK, you don't GET. You've got to ask them what they want. That's the most important of all of it.
Okay. All right.
Makes sense?
Yep. Yeah, it makes lots of sense. Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna actually hold off on submitting the offer. I'm just gonna.
You want to give him a call right now and just go through it and just be like, hey, I'm sitting down and I'm running up against some things. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say I've been working on these numbers and I'm just trying to figure out, hey, what do you think is going to motivate these guys? Is it going to be a big down payment or do they want a big monthly payment? Because they
All
can't
right.
have both. But I'd love to, make sure we get something.
Yeah. So it would be, I mean, the pretty much the gist is bigger down payment or bigger monthly.
Yeah. Do they want a bigger monthly or a bigger down? What's important to them? Is the interest rate important to them?
But see, like that's the other thing I don't really understand is because like if the interest rate's higher but then purchase price is lower versus vice versa,
it's the same number. It's just the way we're
presenting. Matter.
Oh, you're dead on. It does. It matters to people because, like, I'm the type of buyer that I like 0%, and then somebody can run the numbers and say, "Well, look, at 4%, it's the exact same numbers." And I'm like, "Yeah, but in my brain, I like 0%." So it's funny. Like I gotta get talked into the fact that I'm paying interest because I don't like to pay interest.
Okay, and that does that come into play? Because I was thinking that through thoroughly too while I was trying to do this, and I didn't know if maybe if it's a higher interest rate and a lower purchase price that it affects the sale of the house down the line, because then we don't pay, or people don't pay taxes on higher purchase price, but actually lower purchase price, higher interest rate.
You pay taxes on the profit regardless. So it's what you're making on it.
I see. So it really it doesn't matter.
That's the beauty. So if you can get those numbers rolling pretty good, then you're awesome, because we just want to satisfy what they want.
Okay.
So we're trying to get them to sign.
Do
you want to do the call, or do you want to work it out yourself?
I mean, I think it would be the best if we did the call, but so I'll just call him right now and
do me a favor, go down to the left side where your name is and all that stuff. There's 5 lines that are vertical. Can you click on that? It will say noise suppression powered by Crisp. I just need you to turn that off. Do you see it? It's right by disconnect quietly and video connect.
Yep, just done it.
Oh, perfect. Way better. I can tell a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, that way we can hear the phone call.
Great. Let me pull everything up so I'm prepared. Can you guys hear it?
Yep.
Perfect.
You've reached Bob Wisdom with Remax Horizon. Please leave a detailed message at the tone.
Hopefully he calls back, because I called him earlier, didn't pick up, and he called me back within a couple of minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, just hang tight, and if he calls you back, just wave to me, and I'll bring you up.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Stephanie, you already submitted your address. Did you see it in the chat? We put that in there for you. Let's see. I'm going to look back here. You're on mute too, Stephanie, just so you know. I'm not just ignoring you. Once you're off mute, I will ignore you, though. Do you know how to do it? It's down in the left-hand corner, and it's a little microphone. It's probably got a line through it right now, so just click it, and it will. And nope. Do you see it? All the way down at the bottom. And then just click on it. Let me double check that it's not my side. Nope. Let's see. You know what? Do you want to pop out and come back in? Maybe. Yeah, I'll put you right back up. So just close out of Discord and then come right back in. Let's see if she comes back. And Shane, you've got her numbers ready?
Yeah, I posted them with her name. So at Stephanie, it's in the chat. I'm just rerunning them because I can't find them because I've done 50 other ones since then. So just give me 2 secs and I'll post them again for you guys.
Perfect. Thanks, bro.
No problem. But that's how I'm going to do it from now on, guys. I'm going to put it into the chat with no address and just your name. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
perfect. We're just waiting for Stephanie to come back up. Sorry, guys. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, boy. Where did she go? Where did she go? Dead air. Dead air.
Oh,
okay.
no.
What's that?
I was sending it to the wrong person. Sorry. Caught myself. I'm sending it to you now.
Okay, cool. And oh my goodness. Stephanie, if you're in the audience, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll bring you back up. Let me see. Does anybody see her? There she is. Okay, here we go.
And that's not the one I posted either. Give me a sec. I'll give you another one, Trent.
Okay. All right, Stephanie, you're back. And you're still muted, but we'll see if it unmutes when you get back up. So turn on your camera and then turn on off to the, you'll see your microphone's there too, right by where your camera is. Do you see it down where it says leave the stage and you can go over to the left and it says turn off microphone? It was right where you did your camera. 2 over to the right. You're a mess. You are officially a mess.
I just figured something out. Not that it matters, but look how nicely it came out in your message.
I'll check it out. I don't think Stephanie's ever going to figure it out. I think we just sit here and watch her just fumble around.
I mean,
kind of fun.
You could always make a call to a lead and show everybody how it's done. Just playing.
Just playing. No, we definitely will. I'd love to do that. I just want to hear what Stephanie has to say. I want to see if she has a voice.
I don't think she's real.
Okay. So down at the bottom, you see where it says leave the stage, right? Yes, leave the stage. Okay, to the left of it, there's a little thing that looks like a microphone. Is it white or is it black? Okay, so click on it. This is going to happen. This is going to happen for us. Do you know what it means to click on it? So take your mouse. Oh, you're so close. Now you can't hear us. So you turned off your headphones. Your headphones. Down there, turn them on. This is awesome. You can hear me now, and now. Oh no, you can't hear me. We can hear you. Oh, now your mic's off. How'd you do that? Holy crap! What are you doing? What is? I've had enough. You're being kicked from. No. We're gonna get through this. Okay, so you turned on your mic before. So go back to that one where it was black, and then make it white. So just click on the one that's right next to leave the stage. to the left of it. Oh, it's so close. This is so close. Maru's had enough of this. Okay. Okay. Over to the left on the very bottom is your name. Do you see that down there? Are you on a PC or a Mac? Yeah. Oh, you're on your phone. Nope. You're on a Mac. You're just showing that Macs are also iPhones. Okay, I got you. I see where this is fun charades. So over to the left, you'll see your name. Do you see your name? Your name is Stephanie, just so you know. That's what, okay. And then there's a microphone right next to your name down. You're looking everywhere. You're looking up here. I'm saying look down there. You're trying to chat. Oh, you're in the chat. Let's see. Sorry. I'll let you know when I fix it. Oh, you're kind of bailing on me. Okay. I'm going to keep you there, but you'll figure it out. I swear you're going to. Anybody that doesn't, do you see where Alex is trying to help you out. Do you see where he's circling the little thing in that picture in the chat? You see that? Okay. So that's what we're talking about. Do you see that area? Oh, this is like now. Oh, this is a challenge.
Right here, guys. Right here.
That's all it is.
Look at my screen, Steph. Right there.
Okay. You watching his screen? So click that open. See where it is? So you better have a great question after all. It's the best. Okay. It's only because you're not 13. If you were 13, you'd figure this out in a hot second.
Or it's this one.
Did you see his screen share?
Microphone, default, iPhone microphone. If you're
Are you in the browser or the application or the browser? Like, did you sign in on Google or on an app?
She's not on a computer.
She is on a computer. Oh, are you on an iPad? Oh, she can.
iPad?
Can she hear us again? Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
She's on a laptop.
We're going to leave
Yeah.
you because I think Maru is going to lose his mind. He's getting so mad. You made an enemy here, just so you know, Stephanie. Okay. Wave to me if you feel, or at any point, if you can talk to us, just talk to us and interrupt. Okay. Maru.
All right.
Why are you so mean? Oh, we can't hear you.
You can hear me?
I'm just kidding.
Okay,
That was just, I can hear you.
All right, you probably hear dogs in the background too.
That was just fun.
So
No worries.
I sent over the address to both of you guys. I
Thank
was
you.
talking to I forget her name. The lady that went on after you earlier.
Oh, Sharon?
Yeah, so I was talking to her. I tried to talk to you, but you left like right before. So okay. So
You get a full upgrade.
I made the call.
She's all okay.
I made the call, and I was met with a very friendly realtor. But she told me that I'm the 8th or 9th person that has called her as far as a trust acquisition. I asked like what's going on, and she basically said that the seller is active duty and he's worried about his name remaining on it. Like I forget the word that she used, but
yeah, but he was good with it.
Well, no, so he's not okay with it. Like she's proposed that idea.
Gotcha. He's adamant against it.
Correct. I guess he had done his own research and basically came back with the conclusion that it's not what he wants because he's active duty and
absolutely, he'll lose his entitlement.
Okay, so that's not an option then at that point.
Well, I mean, once they understand that, they're going to be focused on that, and you're not going to get a deal. But when you talk to the realtor, can you figure out any other ways to help them out? Did they have equity? Did they,
They have no equity in the place. I mean, he's basically selling it for what he owes, and he's paying closing costs.
Okay, So this is one where you're going to just sit back and wait, and there might be a situation where they don't get anybody interested, and they'll come back to you and say, "Well, tell us more about that." So give
It's been
them
on market for 160 days, so I would say they're just happy.
If it's, do you want me to help you make a call on it?
Yeah, I mean,
Or do you think it's a dead?
I don't know what
you
to
think
tell
it's a
her.
dead deal.
See, I was under the impression that we could put their mind at ease with it being, because I said, it's not, it's a trust acquisition. It's different than subject to, and no, but she said they had already proposed that as well. So
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you're dead. I would move on.
Okay, all right, it was a good deal, but all right, that's all I needed.
Like you put a lot of effort into it. No, it's one of those things where you put a lot of effort into it, and you're like, you're so close to it, and it's one of those things where building their confidence with the trust acquisition is hard because, especially military, they really need to have their name off the mortgage just so they can get their next house. But it usually takes about 6 to 12 months for that to happen, and it's not automatic by any stretch. It's something you have to show over time, and so a lot of people just don't want the hassle of all of it, and it is a hassle. Yeah. It's real, so that's not a problem.
I want to say that she said that he's not looking to buy another house right now, but that didn't make any sense to me. Like, if he's not wanting to make another purchase on a house, then what's the issue? But I don't know.
Right. Well, and so, my answer to that is, hey, let me try to help him find a house. Where is he being stationed? Where is he going next? Let me see what I can do to find a house that's under seller finance, that we could potentially put him into that he doesn't need that to qualify for. That's what I like to do. And then you get 2 deals in one.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bonus. And you're helping him out, which is even better. And he's military, so that makes you feel even better.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's all I had.
So that's always an option for sure.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck.
Okay, bro. You bet. Okay, good luck, Stephanie. Let's see.
I got it.
Did you figure it out? Oh, what?
I'm so
what
sorry.
Just happened?
I'm so sorry.
Holy moly! It's a miracle.
I'm real. I'm not AI.
She's got a voice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was my Chrome settings. I didn't have it set, so sorry about that.
Oh no, we're mad. We're so mad.
I know. I feel bad for the last day. We didn't look at it.
Well, welcome. It's good to hear that you have a voice.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Trent. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I sent Shane my address. I actually have 2. One
Okay.
with the higher asking price of $3 million is the one that's not in distress, but it's been on the market for almost a year, and I just think that they're asking too much. But I haven't called them yet, so I'm not on step 2.
Okay, is that the 1400 or that's the only one I got?
The 1400 is Spina. Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And it's for how much?
They're asking 3.2 for 18 doors. So it's an apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I've been to law school.
Yeah.
I've been there. I'm like, how is that even possible that there's anything
No,
worth that?
I know. I was really surprised too.
Are you in that area?
I'm from there. I was born and raised there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm aware of the area. So but yeah, I was just curious if I could analyze that deal. This is the one that's not in distress. They don't have
absolutely.
It doesn't look like they have a mortgage.
It's saying a mortgage here, but it's
is there?
it's not it's 70,000. So it's probably
Okay.
a refi, or I'm not a refi, but a home equity line. They probably did some improvements or something.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not seeing the price that you're getting. So hold on. Oh, that's because
It's on
I'm just getting
Zillow.
one of them.
The one that I'm looking at.
Cool. So you're a green chili girl. That's where we can
Yep.
totally find common ground.
Yeah, we got
right?
great green chili.
Oh my gosh, I grew up in Albuquerque, so
Oh, did you?
I
Our arch
bleed green
nemesis.
chili.
Yeah, it's so good.
Well, that's because you're so far down there. You're basically
Yeah.
Mexico.
I'm technically in Mexico. Yeah,
Quite. I'm in Mexico.
we're a.
Oh, that's right. You are in
I'm a
I
quick
mean,
20-minute drive from the border.
oh, nice.
Yeah, Juarez. That was our playground. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. And so what are you seeing on this? What's your thoughts?
So I want to call the agent and see if maybe they could come down on price. That it just seems way too high for the amount that they're asking. I know that they don't have like any distress, but I was curious what you think would be the best strategy when it comes to approaching the agent. I know I want us to
Yeah.
build rapport with them. I don't want to just run in and, shoot numbers at them. I want to fill them
Yeah.
out.
Well, here's the way you can go. You can say you're a young investor. This is going to be one of your first properties.
Okay.
And so you need some hand holding. And is that the type of thing that this realtor would be okay doing?
Gotcha.
It's right away you're leaving yourself wide open in their eyes. They're like, oh, sweet, okay. And a lot of people like to help, and so they want to help you through the process. And so you can say, hey, I was running my numbers, and I'm trying to justify how this works. So can you help me, because I'm seeing this, and this, like whatever your numbers are saying. And try to get a little bit of rapport that way, and find out, why they're selling. And then we can figure out a better way to approach it. But that's the whole reason we call first, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I don't want to take too much time since I haven't even made any first contact with an agent, but
No, I
if
want to
you-
hear the first contact, so go for it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
totally fine. Do me a favor. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So
Oh, no.
there's a spot where it's noise suppression. So it's down right below where it says video connected on your, you see on the left-hand side.
Mhm.
And there's 5. Oh, good. And then just hover over that. It will say noise suppression. Just turn it off for me if you would, because what that does is allows us to hear
I am in
your,
a coffee shop, so I don't know if you want me to suppress that.
No,
I don't
no
mind.
worries.
Yeah, I don't mind giving them a call, but
No, we'll get some coffee too if we have to. Well, they have espresso now. For sure.
Let me see. Sorry, just getting the agent's number.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine. Hey Shane, did you have a deal or dud verdict on that too? The simple one, or just
I
this long?
sent it to her.
Sent it to me or no?
I think I sent it to you too. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Deal or dud.
Yeah.
Here we
It's
go.
the last one that's in your thing.
The second part. Okay.
It's
Bullshit. So this is not a. So far it's a dud.
mhm.
Yeah, but why? Just looks like so she has a reason to.
It could just because it's
Just
totally different from a lot of other things. Market cash flow. There's not enough. Not enough comps in the market.
Gotcha.
ARV versus price. Way too expensive. I mean, if
Actually,
you
what do you
went
what
down,
the price?
what's that?
Let's see what the price would be. Like, what might be a better price?
Yeah, I mean, if she can get it for like half that, then we're talking for sure. But
So like 1.5.
I mean, yeah, like if you came in at 1.5, that'd be a
Ideal.
good starting
So
point.
I'm right that it's like they're asking way too much, right?
It's gonna be a tough one.
I mean, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, way too much.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool.
No, that's right. Anything in Las Cruces at all.
No,
It makes me think they
I
don't want to sell. They're just trying to put it up there just to see what they can get. Like,
yeah,
I feel like,
fishing.
yeah,
Okay.
in my opinion. But
Will you be upset if you can't hear what the agent is saying? Because I
No, it'll
don't
be
know
fine.
that it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it should be able to. Like, you should be fine.
It was very Hi there, Gary. My name is Stephanie. I'm actually calling about 1400 South Espina Street in Las Cruces, and I was curious if you could answer a few questions that I had. I'll go ahead and shoot you a text message to see if you can respond to me that way, and look forward to chatting with you. Bye. So he didn't answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try him right back.
Okay. You want me to try and call him again?
Yep. Yeah, we always call twice.
All right.
No love. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. But yeah, overall, it's
Okay.
a dud. It's way overpriced, massively overpriced.
Right. And I don't
Yeah.
mind having the conversation about talking about lowering the price. I don't want to be intimidated to like ask for that.
Good.
I guess
That's good.
and I'm pretty good, I think, with communicating. I don't want to again like come in with a number and be insulting to them in any way. But yeah, I don't
It's
know
okay
what's the
to. It is okay to
Yeah.
like. Yeah, because if you come in and you're like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm new to this, so I might be wrong, but
Right.
what's up? Like
Right.
this sucks.
Yeah, and I don't have any problem. But I just want to make sure that I have the numbers to back that conversation up and be like, this is why
Okay.
I don't think this is realistic.
Here, we can send you, hey Shane, do you want to run just why is this not a deal? Just so there's some bullet points that she can actually be like, well, it's in Las Cruces and the entire town of Las Cruces is worth that much.
I'd be happy to. Just give me a second.
Yeah, that's just me throwing Albuquerque
No,
shade on you.
no, it's okay. I mean, really, the better part of town, it's not in the better part of town, which is Sonoma Ranch. So I
Well,
don't,
that's extra.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and mention that too. Say, how are you guys coming up with this number?
Right.
And it might be a mistake. He might be like, oh no, it's supposed to be just 280.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Like it. I mean, I can't imagine it's that bad of a mistake, but
Yeah. Do you mind if we look at one that is a single home that seems a little more doable?
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, sure. Let me grab the address for you. Do you want me to send you both the address or just to Shane?
That'd be great. Yeah, both of us would be great.
1 second, I got it right here.
So I'm searching PropStream while he's doing the. You know what's funny?
What's that?
I don't know why it keeps up coming with just number one for that thing, and it comes up at 309,000.
Oh, really? For that
Yeah.
address?
Yeah, in Las Cruces, but it keeps on adding just the number one. So I don't know if those are single. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I'm sending it to you too, Shane. Sorry, one second.
Yeah, you have PropStream? Are you looking at PropStream?
I do have PropStream. Yep.
Did you run it through? Because it seems to put up that, but then puts number one on it, and then shows me.
So I had difficulty getting that address. Actually, I had to like do some real digging to get that address to pop up.
There are 345 days on market.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're just fishing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste time with it.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Trent.
Yeah. Yep.
H. Norman's got her hand up. She's got a couple good questions that she's messaged me about. You might want to. Yeah, room. We've helped her last time.
Absolutely.
I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, of course. No problem.
And Stephanie, here you go. I'm just give me 1 second. I also sent you some talking points in your.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
No problem. Trent, do you want me to send you the talking points too, or do you want me to put them up in the chat so everyone can see what?
You can put them in the chat just because we know that. Yeah.
Okay.
We know that's kind of a dud because they just are. They're way overpriced.
Okay.
So I think a lot of Did you get that address that I sent you, Trent?
I did.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah.
Worse. So those are the talking points that she's talking about.
Okay. So that's, I mean, if you want to just for fun,
Okay.
give them a call later on and just be like, hey, I'm trying to understand this whole deal. You guys
Yeah.
have been on market for over a year. I think I know why, but are these numbers, are these, is this really what you guys want?
Yeah.
And it would be fun to find out why. So that
Yeah.
it's a good one to.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose. I mean, if they're not even willing to budge on the number,
Yeah.
it can ruffle some feathers.
Absolutely. And we are trying to learn, and that's a good learning one.
Where did you find
Okay,
the
what
second?
were you thinking of doing on this one?
Sorry, what'd you ask me, Shane?
Where did you find the second home?
This one's in Tulsa.
But where? Off of where? Is it Zillow?
Oh, off of Zillow. Yep. And then I just put it into PropStream.
Do you know what
And then-
your asking price was? Or what the asking price was? Or
The asking price is $199 on Zillow.
so I'm getting as
And
well.
it's he's doing it for sale by owner, and he's willing to do owner finance.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I pulled up his info on PropStream, and it looks like he does have a mortgage on it. It looks like just one mortgage. It's at 96.7 for the mortgage, and it's got a pretty low interest rate.
Yeah,
I think it's
what you're saying. It sounds like a sub 2 if he's willing
yeah.
to do finance and he's
Well,
got
and
the.
he also on Zillow, he's saying that he would love to get 10% interest.
Right, that's why I was like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if that like actually makes sense. I
Right.
did pull up his info on AirDNA as well. I was thinking about maybe trying to get it for myself. And I don't know. It looks like it has a pretty good rating overall. I just didn't know because I would prefer to be a passive person in that transaction, but it also looks on his Zillow. He's like, I don't want to deal with wholesalers. So it does
Yeah.
intimidate me a little bit. to,
So
like,
Well, and
have that
he's got
conversation.
$100,000 owed on it, right?
Right,
So he can't do seller financing.
right, right. So it would
Okay,
have
so
to be a sub 2, right? Because we would have
it would
to.
have to be a hybrid, yeah, or
Okay.
sub 2. Well,
Okay.
more than likely it's sub 2 here because, yeah, I mean he's got 199. He's expecting in his mind he has $100,000.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So let's see what Shane's deal comes up with.
It's a
Yeah,
dud.
there's X's everywhere. So this is a dud.
Dud.
Yeah. So it's a move on.
Okay. And what
And it's
makes you
simple.
think
Sorry.
this is like a dud? Just
So
that way I have a clear understanding.
Because he's got no motivation. Like he thinks he thinks he has $100,000 in equity. And so he already has said, I mean, not only that he doesn't like wholesalers, but his numbers are all inflated. He's like, yeah, come on in. I'll seller finance for 10,000, 10% a year. Like, nope, that's okay.
Yeah.
Usually, and it's the best case scenario. I mean, it's a good way to go is anybody that says that they're willing to do seller finance up front is going to be bad seller finance deal. It's not something that we can
Okay.
sell. Okay. That's usually if they know well enough and understand seller financing well enough, that's not a good deal.
Yeah. I thought so. I thought it seemed too like good to be true situation.
Yep. Nope,
Just wanted the
absolutely. That's why,
confirmation.
I mean, early on, I used to like look for seller finance and I'd put it in my, as part of the search criteria. And then I kept coming up against it. I'm like, oh, I see why you want to do it because it's a
Yeah.
great deal for you.
Yeah, because
So
I think
get
it has like a 3.6 interest rate on it. So
yeah.
trying to
And so,
gouge
yeah,
somebody else for it.
And he really can't do seller financing, which is funny, but I mean, it
Gotcha.
would be more of a hybrid.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thanks so much.
There you go. Okay. Hey, thanks so much for finally getting your mic taken care of too. That was
Sorry
great.
about it, guys.
No worries at all. Okay, Pray, what's up? Thanks, Steph.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
All right. Well, I have 3 deals sitting in front of me.
Okay, pick your favorite so we can get to everybody else.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try to go through all of them. That's what I was
Okay,
trying to.
good.
get to. You answered one of my questions already with the last one. I have a seller financing deal that the seller is putting together.
Okay.
And I guess we'll just go with that one right now because I'm trying to like work around it.
Hey, why are you trying to work around it?
I don't know, challenge myself, I guess.
Right, but let me just go through the whole scenario. You work around it, you talk him into something, and is it sellable?
It seems that it is sellable. Yes.
Really?
It's turnkey.
Talk him into it. Yeah. No. Okay. Let's see what you got.
It's in turnkey condition. Here, I'll send you the a DM with the address.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Just sent that over.
Got it. It's Partosh, yeah?
Yeah, you can call me Prey. But it's pronounced Pratosh.
Partosh.
Yeah.
It's Russian or?
No, Indian.
Ukrainian? Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
Pratosh.
Pratosh. Pratosh. Okay, cool. I like that. All right, let's take a look at it. Shane, did you get it?
Did not.
Let me send it to you.
Oh, here, I'll send it to you too. 1 second.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so where are we at with this? They're 195 days on market, so there's a reason.
Yeah.
It sounds like the reason they're unreasonable. Is that part of the reason?
Yeah, it seems like he's just a hard ass and is digging his heels in.
Okay.
The seller, at least. And the agent said that, there is some wiggle room, but he's pretty hard set. So I gave him my offer that I gave him was 70K down, or sorry, 70K offer, 7,740 down, and at a 0% interest rate.
Okay.
This guy is asking for 70K down, 20%. Sorry, 70K, 20K down. Sorry, 20% down. I'm getting this all mixed up.
14 down.
Yeah, 14 down, and a 2-year balloon at a 9% interest rate is what he's asking for. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
So what was your cash offer?
I didn't even give him a cash offer. If I was going to give him a cash offer, it would have been something around like, 30.
30. Perfect. Good. No, that's why you're thinking. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to offer him? I mean, that's what he's saying. So tell me how you're.
That's kind of why I'm here. That's kind of why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out if I can work around this or if it's just a lost cause.
Really. It's one of those things where if he says no, he's no. The seller's not into it. I don't. That's one of the problems. I mean, and it needs some work. It needs new windows. It needs. I mean, it's not a turnkey property at all.
Yeah, no, I took a look at it again. It's not turnkey.
Yeah. So we could beat them up because they did some photoshopping on these pictures to make them look a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just beat them up on it and say, guys, come on, you know what you have. It's nothing great. You obviously want to stay in it. It's one of those things where they're not really willing to deal, and so they're looking for somebody that's just dumb, and they're more predatory than we are.
Okay.
Because they're just trying to get an insane deal, and it's not going to work.
Lost cause, move on.
Yeah, that's a dud for sure.
Okay. Oh, I keep learning
and that's the thing. Hey, I appreciate it. But again, the part of the learning process is knowing when to move on, because anytime that you take working on that one, trying to make it work, trying to fit that square peg into the round hole, you've got 10 other properties you could have called on it in that time. You know what I mean? So let them go. It's fine to let them go. More times than not, they're not deals. And so when you can let them go, let them go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah,
All right, bro.
do we have time to check out another property?
Let me
Or?
get to everybody else because I got 11 people with their hand up, and I just want to make sure. But I'm in the morning, 8 to 10 every morning. You can come.
Okay.
For sure.
Feel free
Okay,
to
bro.
send me if I have time, I can do it.
Okay, let's go to.
Hey, the
Oh, wait,
agent.
yeah. What's going on?
The agent gave me a call back. You guys were between talking
No,
to
I
Steph
appreciate it.
and
What do you
so I
say?
didn't want to get in, but spoke to the agent. He said, I mean, he's a veteran, so he obviously is just beating around the bush, whatnot. But I got it. So they just got a cash offer. So to kind of go over the place, they're asking 340. It's price drop to 320. He said it's over 3. So probably 3, most likely, is cash offer. But the cash buyer wants, so there's 2 tenants existing that's downstairs. They're on a month-to-month lease, so it shouldn't be hard to get them out. But he said the cash buyer wants the tenants out, and he said that his seller is obviously open to that, but doesn't really. It has voiced to him that he doesn't really want to deal with that.
Okay, good.
So we have that going for us. He said he may or may not, go for it, but he needs to talk to his brother because they own it together. That's that offer right now. He said lower down payment. They don't have a mortgage and they're older, and so I don't think the low monthly is too big of a deal. He said probably higher down payment and asking price, or with the interest rate, or with total purchase price with interest higher would probably get his attention.
Okay, excellent. Like that's huge. Now you know where to go. So that's huge. So they want a bigger down payment. You could go. I mean, they want a bigger down payment, right? Not a monthly.
Bigger down payment, less monthly would be
perfect. Great.
Yeah. So in that case, do you guys, with the cash offer right there, do you guys still think I should approach with my original, the 300 purchase price, and at 4%, which would make the total with interest 331, and then monthly 12,890? But you guys mention I should probably not do the buy box number. I should go lower monthly.
Absolutely. So what you want to do is come in with because they don't care about the monthly. So I do it like 25% of what the rents are, just to make it easy. I like to have like simple ways to go after these things. So 25% of the rent, whatever the rent was, you can go up on the down payment a little bit, but tell them that negates the interest rate, because you're basically paying all the interest up front if you give them a bigger down payment. So if you do a $30,000 down payment, what were you at before?
That was my offer. I was gonna, because beforehand he had said that somebody else had called about these seller finance deals and they were offering 10 down, and he completely shut that.
Good. So you're 3 times what the other guy was. See how important it is to talk to the realtors? Like 10% is where we want to be, and that's where you're at, is 10%, but it sounds like it's 3 times higher than what we want to be because the other guy did 10,000. So that helps you a ton. Those are anchors. That anchor helps you come in and say, hey, I'll give you 3 times what that other guy. Okay. You don't even have to say 30 grand. You can say, I understand, the other guy was 10,000. How about if I triple it? And then, that would negate the, I could get you a monthly of 25% of whatever rents are. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Rent would be 40. Well, we were judging it off of like 4,500.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it's high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
you can say, I would come in and say $1,000 a month, and you'll go 3 times what the other guy was offering. See what he says.
So, well, this was my original offer.
Don't talk about interest rates at all.
Oh, okay. Because all right, so I just sent it in the chat. this was my original like layout for the offer.
Okay.
Do you guys think I take out all the interest stuff? Just literally purchase price.
Yep.
Just purchase price
because
330.
They might come back to you and they'll be like, "Well, what about the interest rate?" And say, "Hey, I tripled your down payment. The interest is in there." That's all you say. There's not a whole lot they can say to that. They're like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good point." Okay.
Okay, so just take out the amortization, take out the month, the interest
No, you're
rate.
not taking out the amortization. Like, make the amortization. Yeah, I would take it out. You don't need it. It's just a calculation. So, I mean, if we're saying $1,000 a month, or your monthly payment's fine at $1,289.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that, but try to get it at 1,000. Know that you can go up to $1,289.
But I can't.
Get up. Yeah. So the amortization just tells you that in 30 years it would be $1,289 a month if you did it for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how that works? So basically, the amortization would then be probably 37 years because you're if you go 1,000 a month. It's just a calculation, so you can lose that if you want to. But the balloon should be a lot longer. It needs to be at least 6 years, if not 8.
He mentioned he's like 3 years is the max.
Yeah, we can't do it.
Really?
Not at 3 years, because you need time to build up. So it's not going to be.
It won't work.
Have like 6 years. 6 years is really the bottom. We need at least like 7 to 8 to 9 is great.
Okay.
Again, we have to sell this if you don't buy it yourself. If you're buying it yourself, again, that's all your threshold. I mean, if you're cool and you feel like 3 years is enough time for you to get a good,
I think so. Long story short, my first property that I dealt with is this Airbnb I'm still or middle term that I'm still running. Long story short, I got in there doing arbitrage. I was paying, it was a duplex. I was paying $6,400 a month to be in there, and then furnished it, whatnot, ran it like that. And then the landlord wanted $850 for the duplex. It was like a brand new build, whatnot, in a downtown area. I went overseas where I'm from, Taiwan, and I found an investor to buy the place with the numbers that I was doing with the short-term, middle term. And I was able to broker the deal for 103. So they bought it for 103. So I think if I just need to get in the place and set it up so that I could do the middle term and have the cash flow. The moment I do that, in 6 to 8 months, worst case in a year, I can find an investor to buy the deal out.
Yeah. With all that, knowing all that, that's awesome. Yeah. So go for it.
So you don't think I should? I mean, obviously, I'm like I have experience, but I'm obviously still learning. So
best case scenario is 6 to 7 years because we're trying to sell it. But if you're keeping it, it's a whole different set of rules. So it's whatever your threshold is. That's totally fine.
So my plan with it, the 3 year, it's not too big of a deal if I know that I can find an investor to get me out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it'll give you like a kick in the butt too to keep you keeping it rented and wanting to keep it. So that's great.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So with all that being said, do I even the layout, since we're taking out that interest rate stuff, do I just do offer price 331 to make it look?
Yep. And I'm going to give you 3 times what the other guy offered.
And then monthly payment.
You can still be at 300, 310 because they already have an offer. The one that the cash offer at 300 over 300 is 301. Yeah. I guarantee it. So because he would have said what it was. So if you go in 310, that's fine. You can always come up a little bit.
Okay.
So So like plan to negotiate.
Okay. So don't ever overshoot. No,
you never want to give them.
And they're just going to come back with 340 or
exactly.
Okay, I gotcha. And then lastly, the tenant ordeal. There's 2 tenants, month to month. I'm okay with having a month or 2 where I have to pay the seller monthly and then doing that. But the whole thing with how this cash buyer wants the seller to get the tenants out, and the seller might turn down the cash offer over not wanting to kick the tenant out and then waiting for the cash buyer to like hopefully come back for it, I guess. I don't really have to worry about that, right? Like it's not that.
And make that a big point. Like, hey, and I want to make sure I keep those guys in there. You don't know. They might be friends of the guys. You know, he might really like him and he feels bad for him. Like
so that's
an older couple, right? So they could have an emotional tie to those people and say, hey, I want to make sure to keep those tenants in there. I'm doing everything I can to make everything good for you guys.
Okay, I gotcha. And then just to get tenants out, you just don't offer a lease renewal for them.
Yeah, they're month to month. You're allowed to say, all right, next month shall last a month. That's it. We give them 30 days and they're out.
Okay, so and the official thing is just to give a 30-day notice.
Yeah, you have to give a 30-day notice. It has to be written 30-day notice.
Okay, all right, and that's it.
Okay.
All right. And then real quick, I know with the offers, there's like close on escrow on or before 30 days from signed contract, and then EMD. Usually the generic is 1,500 non-refundable. Submitted.
Yeah, we did that after 15 business days inspection period, so you can really vet out if you want to sell it or if you want to keep it.
Okay, so basically, when they sign the contract, or nothing gets signed for the first 15 days, and then I have those 15 days to inspect. 15 days, I give 1,500, and then 30 day, and then at 30 days is close of escrow, which is closing.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
All right,
that's perfect.
You're on the road. Well done. No, that's cool. Congrats.
Yep. Sorry you guys couldn't do it or I couldn't do the call, but I figured
no worries. No worries at all. All right, bud. Take it easy. All right, Isaac. Thanks for being patient. Sorry about that. Oh, BP, I guess. Let's do BP.
Trent, how are you?
Good. You got a camera?
Oh, I'm at work and I got to go real quick, so I'm going to make it real quick.
Gotcha.
I know I sent deal to Sean as well, and he sent it to me. I have a deal that was like owner finance, and they have been getting lots of low offer on that one, and they don't want to do any cash deal. So the seller finance is available at 40% down with 5% interest with a 5 years balloon. So I said that's not a good deal, but what's the best we can do?
I told you.
I know 10% is the best we can go for it, but what's about like 5% and what's like 5 years balloon? What's the best we can do on that?
Run through it again. Shane, did you already see these numbers?
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. Like honestly, if any way you cut it, man, it's a tough deal. It really is. So if you can get him on cash down and you can get him for half of his asking price, you know, if you went in at like 450, you could probably make that work. As far as seller finance, you're wanting at least the 10% down, if not less, because if you're doing 5% over the 5 years balloon, we're gonna want the longer the balloon, 7-8 years probably, especially on something that's 5, 6, 700K. And if you're going to be offering closer to full asking for it, if you do that, then I would be asking for 0% on the interest. But
0% interest is how much monthly payment?
Monthly payment, you could do
25% of the rent.
Is I put in a buy box cartel and they gave me like $1 million price with the 3,100 or 3,500 monthly payment with a 0% interest with 75K down.
Yeah, so if you take buy box, like Trent says, it's the top end of the thing. So we don't particularly want to be up there because they're hard to sell, and especially at something like this that's over $1 million. There's not a lot of investors just have 200 or 100K just sitting around that they want to put into one single property when they can pick up multi units or other things like that, right? I know this is 8 units, but it's quite a high entry fee. like Trent said, so 25% of what the rent would be
I think
would
that
be
brings up like 70,000, 7,000 a month at the rent.
that would be, so that's the total monthly income. That's
Yes,
all it
yeah,
makes
that's
per
yeah,
month. So if you're gonna do 25% of that, you're gonna want
like 14, 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
That'd be right around where I would come in.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Like,
Like
honestly,
10%.
for such an expensive property, for it to only make a net profit of $50,000, it's I would just look for something else, to be honest.
Yep,
Okay.
that's a dud. We're gonna
Yeah.
call these. We're gonna call them duds and move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah,
Thank
let's.
you.
Yeah, it's super important to guys. I mean, if we can get away with finding out early if it's a dud instead of going through 3 months of trying to sell it and trying to. Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay, I
Okay.
got you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bro.
Thank you, Trent.
Thank you. Take it easy. All right, Isaac, what's up? I can't hear you.
I have
Why can't
ran at least 7 for Isaac, so he's got quite a few that he can
Try-
talk about. They're all done.
I don't know what. Go into your settings. Yeah, I see you. I see you waving. I just can't hear you. So something's going on. We need Stephanie in here to tell you what to do. Go to voice. Have you go down to the settings cog down at the bottom? It's right next to your headphone thing. Click on there and then go to voice and video. Okay, and see if whatever your mic is selected. Okay, so mine says like MacBook Pro mic. And then what's your input say? Do you see it? Voice and video, yeah, go down. And it's the very top thing once you click voice and video. And there's a little drop down menu.
Hello?
There we go. How you doing,
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. What about you and yourself?
Excellent. What's going on?
Great to hear. Hello, Shane, as well.
What's
Don't
happening,
miss
bro?
you
How
out.
are you?
So, good. And yourself?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank
Did
you. Good.
those
Good to
things
hear.
make sense I sent you?
Hello? What happened?
Hey, I said, did that all make sense? What I sent you? Did you understand it?
Oh, yes. I read through all of it. I was sending Shane over here, some properties. I just wanted to know if they were duds or deals or duds. Just want to know
Okay.
before I even run any numbers, because I usually just call them all first, just get all the information. I just write it
That's
down.
what
I
you
just
want
keep
to
on
do.
going.
Yes,
And so
excellent.
before I even make the offer, I just send it to Shane, and yeah, he said a
Yeah.
lot of them are duds. So that's a great, save time. That's
That's
amazing.
perfect. That's what I want to hear. Okay, so this is going to work.
Amazing.
Jane, we got
Alright.
one success.
Yeah,
We're
I
finally
know.
getting there.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
awesome.
good. That's what I want. So now you can make your phone calls on all those with a little bit of confidence.
Oh, the thing is, I made all the phone calls. Like, I make phone calls first, and then I just write the information, and then I make
Okay,
the offer later. And
great,
before I
perfect.
even made the offer, like I said, I just sent it to Shane, and he just told me like they're duds. But no, yeah, I mean they're duds, so that's a great save of time. I
Yeah,
did come upon like 3 off-market Arizona deals by this, like you said. I just followed your information, Shane. I mean, Trent. Where I'm Hispanic, so I speak Spanish. So I just been like kind of trying to go to realtors that speak Spanish, and so this
perfect.
lady. She sent me like she's going to send me way more off-market Arizona deals. They're actually
Nice.
turnkey. And I just sent like 2 to Shane. I'm going to send another one to Shane. See if he can run that one, just to see if there's a deal or dud.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Let me see.
it's way easier. That way, we can just, get moving on.
It's funny because I had 2 or like 3 properties I was going to talk to you with about Trent, but when I
Yeah,
sent it to Shane, you just said it's dud. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to talk about
yeah,
that anymore. Then it's
that's
like it's
perfect. No, it's perfect. No, it's hard to do because we're trying so hard to figure this all out, and so
yeah,
it's like, but just get that quick, no is kind of nice. Good job, Shane.
exactly. And yeah, he's doing it fast. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't even know. Does he have like 3, 4 hands? How is Shane doing it fast? I don't know.
That's skills, bro. Skills.
Skills, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Matt.
so
Sorry. Somebody just asked if was that software was going to be available soon. As soon as we can get it out to you guys, we will.
We get a developer going here. All right.
Close.
Are you putting it in the chat, Shane?
I am. I just had to run it again. It came back in
no problem.
first time.
Cool.
And we want to make sure that we know that if it's a deal or a dud. So
We love that. That's so good.
Isaac, man,
Hey, real quick, Marilyn.
It's a dud.
Marilyn, Nick, Marilyn.
I feel
Is that
bad.
a dud?
It's another dud. I'm sorry, bro.
it's all good.
Okay.
I sent you three off market ones right now in Arizona.
Okay, I'm just going through right now.
Oh yeah, take your
Well,
time.
the one
Yeah, and Marilyn, I got a text from Marilyn. I got a text from Nick Phillips. He said they're gonna go on their own, so you can lose that one. All right, go ahead, guys. I was just letting Marilyn know to cancel Nick Phillips.
So the first one, Isaac, is it Isaac or Isaac? Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac.
Isaac. It's a dud. The first one's a dud. I'm just running the second one now.
So much easier.
Yeah, it's
and you're not crying at all, Isaac. I was hoping for some tears.
No, I've been said a lot of no's before. I've been cussed out. It's already happened. It's already happened.
Man, those can't hurt you. If anything, they just make it. You just get used to them after a while.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, it's whatever.
Yeah, build up some scabs.
That's getting me closer to her. Yes, that's all I know.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
good attitude, excellent attitude.
I don't want to give you hope, but I don't have all the data on this one, so it's coming up inconclusive. You have one green check mark, and you have 5 that are inconclusive. So the off mark ones are a little tougher for us to do, just because we are pulling from public database. So I'm just trying to take a quick look and see if I can verbalize and tell you if it's a deal or not.
Okay, you both should start like a show or like a radio station in the car or something. That'd be funny. Is this a deal or a dud? Coming back.
I mean, deal or dud. It's kind of catchy. It's easy to say.
Shane came up with that. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll be deal and he'll be dud. How's that sound? Okay. Hey, welcome to Deal and Dud.
I think it's a
I'll
dud.
be deal. I had to grab onto that one before Shane did.
Yeah, no, it's all yours, bro. I don't mind being the dud. So unless you can get it to 226 cash on hand, I mean, its estimated value is only 250K. So you're really not. There's not a lot of room there. Is this ARV? Is this what they're giving you, or is this what you came up with?
Oh, this is what they're giving me.
So I wouldn't trust
Winnipeg?
anything that any numbers that any sort of realtor gives you. I would throw them out the window and ask for the rent rolls and do it yourself.
Okay, sounds great.
Oh, just you got to think they have a vested interest. If they're giving you numbers, it's possible they're maybe not totally fake, but maybe inflated.
Well, they might be mistaken though in their favor.
Yeah, no, exactly, right, exactly. So, after the live, I can run these numbers for you again, and I can let you know. But from first glance, I think those first 2 are duds. If you want me to run this third one, I can. But I think, why don't you go back and run your numbers and see where you're at, or get an idea of where you're at? Just find out what the gross rent is and cut it by half, and then minus your insurance and property tax that you can find on Prop Street. And if you got
you said for the last one, no, the Sagebrush,
Maricopa.
Yes,
it's a nice area, so you might there might be something there. I just don't have all the details, so.
Okay,
you want I can run it for you, or Trent? I don't know. I've ran quite a few for you, Isaac. I think you can run this number and then come back, and I'll help you once you do that step. Okay?
Yeah, you come back in the morning. I'm here 8 to 10. So yeah, sneak back in.
Both of your time. I
All right,
appreciate both
good
of you.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Okay, guys. So Richard's coming up next. He should be here at 1:30. It's 1:42. So just a real quick, just to let you know what Shane and I are up to. and what we really want to be able to offer this to you guys. We're getting a developer. We're doing all the things like, so bear with us. There's going to be a lot of beta testing where Shane comes in and he just kind of helps. Let me know in the chat just real quick. Is it better when it's a deal or a dud because you know your numbers, or does that drive you crazy that you don't get the full, all the numbers and why? Because I kind of just I really want to incentivize you guys to get on the phone. Okay, Clark wants more info. The numbers are being run fast with Shane. Shane has put together a software program that he's worked on for about 3 weeks. That has really been really great, and so that's why I want to know from you guys in the chat if it's something that we should keep working on, or if it's something that drives you nuts. It's called the cheat code, so it's TKO's cheat code. And we're kind of doing it as more of a, we want this to be a supplement to what you're already doing. So we want to make sure that you guys are running your numbers and understanding everything. But it's kind of, we've kind of equated it to the answers in the back of the book when you're in school. So we're hoping that it helps. Bashir, I am so glad you didn't come live because I didn't want to have to hear about the Eagles. But you were right.
Yeah,
and,
no, I totally forgot about that.
Terrible. Oh my gosh. So, all right, guys. Well, let's see. I'm going to pull up one more person just while we're waiting for Richard, but he comes up and he tends to knock you guys all back down. And so, let me go with somebody I don't know. Let's see. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Stone. Yeah.
Hey, my
You got a
name's
camera?
Stone.
Okay.
I tried pulling it up on my phone earlier, but I couldn't figure out how to activate the camera.
Okay, no worries. It's a little button that looks like a camera. Did that help? No worries. What do you got going on? Tell me what's up.
I just made my first call today. Just found I'm on my second week in the group, so just trying to wrap my head around everything. I DM'd both of you guys the address. Thank you.
Absolutely. Send it to Shane, and he'll give you a quick assessment on it.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you got it, Shane. I can send it again.
Yeah, I'm just having to verify if I'm a human or not. Sorry, give me a second.
I'm just messing around with the numbers on the calculator. I'm very new to it, so I don't think it's a deal.
What is your name? Who am I speaking with?
My name's Stone. Yep, Lone Stoner. I should probably change that.
I got you. No, I saw it.
I should probably change that.
It's more of a gaming Discord. But...
No, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. I like the way you said that. I should probably change that.
But it was actually a super interesting call. The realtor said the guy used to smoke in the house. He's old. He died, and so the family member, the deceased, is selling it, and they live down in Texas. This property's here in Iowa, and they don't want anything to do with it. They want to get rid of it. He said right away they wouldn't go for seller finance. But in my mind, if they don't want anything to do with it, you don't really have anything going on with it. If you're seller finance and you're just getting that monthly check, that would, put money in their pocket. So,
well, a lot of times what we do is we kind of point that out as they're being a landlord without any of the responsibilities, and so we can let them be a landlord for about 7, 10 to 8 years. They'll just get a check that comes in the mail every. It's mailbox money. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking if I can put together a decent offer, even if it's under the listing price, that even then they might take it just to get that monthly check. And then, but like I said, I'm new to the calculator, so I'm kind of throwing the numbers around, and I don't know if anything's going to work.
Totally understand. But the thing you've done right is you got the reason they're selling, which is huge, and then usually that's the hardest thing to get. So
I kind of just fell in my lap.
Well, good. No, but it fell in your lap because you made some calls too, right?
Just one, but yes.
But hey, I'll take it. That's good.
Me too.
Okay, Shane, what are you seeing?
I am seeing we only got 2 green, 2 out of 5. So it's a dud.
Oh, boo.
And I know you were asking about kind of, is it nice just having dead or a deal? And you know, I haven't done this before, so I'm wondering kind of what are those pillars you're seeing and what is excluding it from being a deal.
So your asking price, it's at 234,950. Similar homes in the area are listed for 220. So it's a little overpriced. Rental cash, I mean, I couldn't get the cash information on that, or the expense information on that, so it actually just automatically puts it as a dud for that. But your condition repair, if you got to check on that, it's well maintained. It appears to be well maintained based on available photos. Very likely minimum immediate repair needed. The neighborhood, CO City, I'm not sure if I said that correct.
CO City, yep.
Yeah, so the specific data on market trends is really limited there, which makes it lean towards that it's a smaller market. Without doing further investigation, it's hard to tell the market dynamics and really find out if it's a good one to go on just off the glance. Your exit strategy is good, but just because there's so basically what it is, it could be a deal, but there needs to be more due diligence. You need to find out more information about it and kind of dig into it. So on the fact that we're just trying to get through these quickly to find the really good deals for you guys, I would say don't waste your time on it, because there's probably 100 out there that are actual deals right off the bat. But if you do take time and get into it, you know, it's possible that you could find a deal there. But based on the parameters, no.
Based on what you're saying, Shane, it sounds like it's a price thing, right? I mean, it's overpriced. So
yeah.
In this situation, let's change those parameters. Not on your program, but with Stone, if we can go in and make a lowball cash offer with them, let them know it's not worth it as they think,